but like I don't think, you know, they're getting
well, yeah, if someone's just vigorously hitting my back, that's not how. Here's a play from NiP. It's going to get torn apart. Easy. Try and find something. Has been able to get past this initial defense. The smoke's down in mini, and that's going to hold back the first two. The issue is that smoke dissipates at a very unfortunate time for Forest, and now it's Rez on this wrap round. The issue is the longer he takes, the more that North are going to start to suspect that this could be a possibility. Yeah, but get a different sort of back rub here from Rez. He might find them both. And uh-oh, Rez down into the 1v1. Cadian, the last man left for North. Surely Rez isn't able to get this done. It was a 1v3, and Rez with just 34 points of health on the flank of a lifetime. Now starting to meander his way up into the heavens. Rez creeping forward, and Cadian answers back with the aggression into Hut. He's just going to try and play. Wait till he can hear a noise cue to play off of, rather. Rez has already done so much in this round. Can he do any more? Still has a smoke and a Molotov, so there's definitely potential. We can Molotov off the Hut or Mini. Cadian takes the peak early, beats him to it, denies the clutch for Rez, and is even able to grab the AWP. So North in with the 12th. Narrowly so, but Cadian does a good job of keeping his cool in the one-on-one.
Yeah, that lobby push is a very, very good call. He knows that's the only position right now that is completely clear. There's no way that Rez is going to wrap T-spawn and go through lobby. Maybe he'll flank main, or Heaven, maybe he'll go main, but you know the other is unlikely. So picks the best position for that 1v1, and North are still in this one, closing the distance round by round, moment by moment. 12-13, Harry. At one point, this looked like NiP's game, and now it's certainly not. This is kind of what we feared on the CT side of Nuke for North. I guess fearing for NiP. They are running out of opportunities here on their terrorist half. Again, money is a bit of a problem. They've got one more buy in them before they have to eco, but that will be at a 13-13, which is not when you want to really eco. Again, bomb plant will mean they can buy up consecutive, but not been seeing NiP in the post-plant situations this half. It has been, what's that, 7 rounds in a row? 6 rounds in a row, all off eliminations from North. No bomb plants from NiP for the last 8 rounds.
Yeah, and I think that speaks volumes, right? It just shows that they're not actually even able to get into these bomb sites. They're not even able to penetrate the defense of North. You think about the few rounds that they have, they've instantly been cut off by the rotations that have just been so fast and fluid from the Danish squad.
NiP have put a lot of stake into trying to take A. I'd love to see them go again for one of these lower plays. Try and get into a ramp, try and split B, but look at this from North. 3 players in the yard, Letgro's close in the smoke, and he does catch one, but there's no way he's ready for 2 more men. We need some less men in here, because North are barraging outside. Forest does creep in through Hut, and he'll get himself a kill, but the bomb is under the control of these Danes.
Yeah, but still Forest to get right. You know, they've got physically years of synergy together, and we've seen them in these 2-on-X scenarios time and time again. At least make them very competitive, and there's Get Right in with another. I feel like I must be dreaming, like I'm back in like 2012 or something at this point, mate. Well, 2-on-2 now, and a chance for NiP to find something. The bomb still dropped towards outside, but Valdir and Cadian, they're very separate. They're very far apart from one another. This gives NiP the potential to find the one-on-one here and there, to maybe even find the man advantage. No one making any noise across the map, but Forest, there we go. They hear him drop down. They know that one player's towards outside at the very least. And Get Right going to try and wrap up through Heaven. Valdir's holding it, so North have read this well.
Ooh, got to find that bomb for us. There it is. He's finally got it, but Get Right's been picked off in the meantime. With 15 seconds left, it's desperation for Forest. He has to go A. There's no other option. And Cadian's there. What a shot from Forest. 1-on-1, and Valdi's committed. He cannot back off out of this position. Forest finds him. NiP, 14 rounds now on the T side. Finally being able to win one out on that A site. And dear, oh dear, that is such a huge round for these ninjas. North is still going to be able to buy, but we are getting closer and closer, Harry. Overtime even on the cards here at this point.
Very much so. The one advantage that NiP have, the one golden ticket that could see them take this map, is if they win this round here and now, North, they can say goodbye to the concept of buying. He's already been brought down low, and Get Right, he's just chasing, he's just barreling through, but Kirby able to adjust nicely, and from Mini, actually Sports now the man advantage. Draken's been brought down low, Resin with the return, and Get Right finds another. NiP doing what they can to get back into this round. Kirby does manage his second. Get Right still a nuisance towards outside, gets spotted by Valder, but missed shots, and that's Get Right securing the man advantage. 3v2, and NiP now turning their attention towards ramp, but just Gade and Kirby remain to try and deny map point to NiP on North's map pick. So much on the line. It's Train up next, the map that North got 16-0'd on yesterday. Now all the pressure falling onto Gade and Kirby.
It's a sneak fest. But NiP starting to make noise. They're already on the B site, and in hot pursuit is Kirby coming back from the ramp room. Get Right has just left that position, but he's got his eyes trained. He's got his eyes peeled, waiting for this flank. It's all on timing. Does he expect it? Yeah, he's playing the close corner, so Kirby, he needs to check this. Get Right peeks out, but they now both know Get Right doesn't want to commit to the fight. He'd rather play it safe, so utility back to ramp and repositions within the bomb site. Gade's got to open the door, and that will make an audio cue. Do North even go for this? Because now, yeah, looking like they have to save. NiP knew exactly where they were, and it looked undoable. AWP does get saved for now. Kirby, he needs to be careful not to go down here, because they don't have the money, Harry. As you've said, if North lose this round, or more so when North lose this round, they are scraping the bottom of the barrel for the buy. NiP, same story. They don't want to chase. They hold onto their guns back on ramp. And Get Right runs to his death.
Even he did a little face. Yeah. Okay, maybe.
Yeah. Not sure.
Regardless, this is great from NiP. We're seeing a real vintage performance from Get Right and Forest. I mean, like, Forest has always been someone who's been pretty consistent within the squad, but Get Right, this is it's been a while since we've seen some of these big old flanks coming through. He finds, always it feels like one or two when he's going on these huge flank plays. And hang on, wait, they might just go for the fast A play. They've nade out the door, but now they slow it down.
The thing that he's been doing so well is turning around these 2-on-X's, right? It seems like every time Get Right is in a disadvantageous position, he seems to just grab like 2-3 kills out of nowhere and pull NiP back into the round. Even if they don't necessarily win it, he makes impossible situations possible. But someone who's performing out of his mind is Letcro right now, top of the entire server on 26. So just so consistently getting 2 kills every single round, it seems. But let's see what could be the final round of Nuke. North's map pick and NiP's surprise. It's an outside take for now. Cadian here with the AWP. He's playing those secret stairs as well, but he's got to watch out for this barrier on his left. Not much room to fall back on if he misses this shot, but he gets one, jumps over, and is able to retreat. He might even go back for more confident. He looks, but no, eventually giving up B. Or giving up and going back to B, rather, as NiP give up with the idea of taking secret. They'll push yard. They'll take deep outside control. That's exactly where Forest sits. We still have Draken up in the lobby to split this A site, but not the best gun for coming out through Hut or Squeaky. He's on the AWP, and Kirby's pushed up. That's a massive kill for North. They've taken a 2-man advantage. They've got control of the lobby, and even though they know NiP are outside, they can box them in the yard. Get Right making noise, and 20 seconds left. NiP need a hero.
Yeah, but it's this 3-man trio that have been playing out of their mind left standing. If anyone can get it done, it is going to be these three. Letcro baits out that first shot. Cadian going to hit it the second time around. The bomb now looking to go down. Time ticking away, and they're going to try and plug it in, but the peek from door solidifies it. Kirby's there, and NiP torn limb from limb. North hold on, and overtime now looks like it could be a very, very likely possibility here.
That's a great round from North. Ramp has been a position where NiP have been completely avoiding the entire half. So North, in a crucial round with their backs up against the wall, go for the double push as soon as NiP take yard. Very, very nice call from Cadian there. And North, They survive another round. 13-15, NiP on pistols, overtime on the cards. We're going to have one buy round left for NiP, assuming North win this one, which I very much hope they can, because this is a weak buy from the Ninjas. 3 nade players. Eagles across 3 as well, so what's the game plan here for the Ninjas? They can certainly still win this round. Do not get ahead of yourselves and thinking this is a guarantee for North. NiP go back inside of the lobby. They look like they wanted to go outside, but not committing with it for the time being. Just setting up smokes, it seems. Cadian will leave ramp as he throws his own utility to cut off that push and leaves Valde there alone. NiP wanting to go for the yard smokes. And there's no one really covering outside. It's just Kiebi. That's the only man here. And if they go for default smokes, they can cut him off and get down towards that B site. With the addition of this bomb being up in Squeaky, it doesn't look like they'll be committing behind these smokes. So just trying to sell a bit of a fake in the yard and going back towards this A site.
Yeah, Electro been throwing his utility in towards ramp. Like they're trying to condition North, you know, over-rotate towards this portion. It's going to culminate in the A play, and AZ's already shut down too. Lecro and Rez remain, and a 2v5 required. The bomb dropped and at the feet of AZ, and he's going to keep on flying up the scoreboard. He's top of the board for North, and he's been playing lights out here. Rez, oh, nice dig onto the first man, but that's it. 14-15, NiP, they saved. They put all their stake into this round with just a small investment in the one prior, and this is it. Round number 30, we've gone the distance, and the question becomes now, will this be the Swedes taking the map pick of North, 16-14, before moving into Train, the map that North got 16-0'd on yesterday? Or is this going to be the big redemption from North, the grind back into this second half? It took them a long time to get here, and now just one round away from OT. And there's a very good chance that we get there.
Yeah, with the way this half has been going, it certainly seems that way. I like the fake in the last round from NiP, right? They throw those wall of smokes outside, and you'll commonly see players just sneak behind them down towards B, and that makes CTs question how many players have actually found their way down secret. Not only did NiP do that and send no one behind it, but they also go for ramp utility from Lecro to try and sell a B split. Unfortunately for them, North do not fall for it, so it seemed like they had a bit of a read on that one. So now NiP, full rifles, Draken with the AWP. If there was a time for him to step up, this would be the perfect situation. He's on 8 kills, really having a mare of a game right now. 15-14. Get right. He snuck into the vent. Do North know this? Because he's not made any noise. He crept on the ladder. AZ's peering from the top of the hut, but he's looking mainly towards Secret. Squeaky. I don't think they realize that Get Right is down B. They might be aware of the possibility, but he didn't make a single noise. This is a very valuable piece of real estate. And North have rotated no one down, indicating that they do not know.
Yeah, Get Right's in what we've been dubbed the AZ hole. This is where he's been that sounds awful. But he's all the way in the back line as Get Right. Something that Get Right is so often good at least prolifically as well. Historically, rather, Get Right. Clearing all these angles, securing this foothold down in B. Might even like to try and go back up the vent.
Yeah, the thing is, there's not many other options, right? Yeah. He has to make a sound cue to go anywhere down on B, so this is his best choice. Go for the A split and catch someone off guard. Great flashbang, but AZ's ready for it. Drops that first man, and Forrest gets the trade. It's still 1-for-1s, and still the site getting taken from NiP. They now have a man up and a chance for a bomb plant. 20 seconds, they'll stick it. Kiebi coming back in through main, and we have the vent dive as well. Valdi's right back up with a kill, and it's a 2-on-2 on the retake.
Rez and Lecro remaining 2v2, and it's the two players often touted as stars for North. Left to try and retake this site. Rez not ready for this wrap round. It was close left, and it's Lecro. He's been playing out of his mind for NiP. Finds the first man. Valde hasn't gotten on the bomb just yet. Lecro peeks wide, and Lecro's going to find it. 16-14, NiP. They take North's map pick of Nuke. They defeat the Danes on what often feels like home turf. And now, Train coming up next. That's the map the North got 16-0'd on just yesterday. Things are looking good for the Swedes.
That has got to feel so great for NiP to you know, grind that game back despite North having a fantastic CT side and almost making it a reality. Think back as well to yesterday when NiP rather were on the receiving end of 16-14s from Fnatic and an overtime game. Some very close wins that they couldn't quite clinch. Now they are the ones doing it back to North.
And I tell you what, you think about North's games yesterday as well. They were very close affairs, right? They both won a 16, I think 13, and they lost a 16-14. Then by the time we saw them get to train, they looked very fatigued and very demotivated. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why they got 16-0'd, right?
Yeah.
Are we going to see a repeat of that here from NiP? Obviously, that's another grueling game to lose if you're North. It's one that really you should have been winning, you'd imagine, right? Things were looking so good for them. And then NiP tear it away. Big performances from Lekro, Forest, and Get Right. My goodness.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, just what a vintage performance from the old, you know, the two old players of NiP. Can they keep it up there? That's the big question. And will we see North bounce back on train and get revenge for their 16-0ing yesterday? We'll find out after the break.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Case. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
Place your bets at Gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at Gg.bet. Place your bets at Gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at Gg.bet.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Yes. Hells yes. Armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
A nuclear masterclass over on that previous map. We're now heading over to Train, a map that North got 60-0 on yesterday by NRG, if you do remember that. They are hoping not to remember that as they move on. Try and bounce back from this 1-0 defeat, Harry, and now we're moving to NiP's map pick, which is also certainly scary.
Yeah. For North, it's a pretty terrifying spot to be in, right? This is a map, you know, that usually they play and do fairly well on. It was one that initially, when Cadian first came into the roster, you could tell they tried to make a bit of like a staple, right? They tried to play it quite a lot. And, you know, then we saw them just yesterday get 16-0'd by NRG. Now, obviously, that feels like a bit of a fluke, but, you know, you have to look at it and you know, it must mean something, even if it's only you know, if it was only a fluke, rather. So it looks like, I think we missed the knife round because Valde otherwise is like, you know, really 200 IQing it behind the flashbang. So yeah, North going to be over on that T side. NiP kickstarting things on the CT half. And it looks like for North early on, sending a couple of bodies over here towards B, but this is not a commitment by any stretch of the imagination. They're just making noise. They're going to barrel out upper and, well, it hasn't exactly worked brilliantly for them. They now try and hit this A bomb site. 3 players pushing on up. AZ brought down to just 3 HP. Cadian trying to plant that bomb, but it's denied. Good night, Cadian. Now Gade and Valde left standing. Make that just Gade, and oh my word. This is certainly not the pistol round that North had envisioned.
Yeah, they tried to fake that B play with the double upper rush, and NiP actually had 3 players early on the B site, so they somewhat read into the rush, but the footsteps didn't bait NiP into rotating anymore. They get that first kill, they have players hiding on the A site, and North, I guess they assumed that NiP had already heavily rotated off. That's why they thought they could get the open plant in, but little do they know that is not the case. NiP picking up the pistol round, and Harry, we've been talking about vintage all day. Well, Get Right's got the P90.
Yeah, and of course, you know, why not? He does love his off-meta weapons. You know, he also loves the dualies. He's a big fan of them. I think he even said they were his favorite weapon, which you feel like has to be a meme.
Yes.
But I remember ages ago when they made some content, I think it was him and Freiberg were doing like, who knows each other better? And his favorite weapon was the dualies.
Cute.
Yeah. R.I.P. to the king of banana. But NiP sitting 1-0 up right now. Good nade onto Gade. And as they stack up outside this V-bomb site, Get Right is here with the P90. He is just looking to churn through these pistol players. Now they do have armor, so not going to be ideal. And actually, as he backs off and tries to play the longer ranges, we'll struggle a bit with the P90. Now, North going to try and go aggressive, try and take these fights over in connector initially. Get Right barrels in, and jump scare, easy down from the heavens. Gade somehow finds a double with the CZ. Rez and Lecro left standing, and NiP, they've got to back out of this round. How did that go so wrong so quickly?
I have no idea. I don't know where Gade got those kills from. I saw that North went aggressive towards the connector with 2 players, so I assume that's where it came from, but that came out of nowhere. Yeah, sure. Get Right. He tries to stop the bomb plant, and he actually lets 2 players pass, but he gets dropped on from the heavens. There we go. North finding their first round, getting the Force by under their wing. And with 5 players surviving as well, that's a huge round to win. You get a lot of money for it. You can upgrade some of these guns, although you don't really need to too heavily. You've got an Organ M4 and a P90 taken out of that one. Get an AK behind it. I would say, here's the big brain play. Cadian don't buy and just play CZ and then just save for the AWP. You know NiP aren't going to have a really good buy here anyway. He will get a gun, but that's fine. No problem. And NiP, they force the issue. Draken saves the AWP, a player who had a very, very slow nuke. He did not really step up, but this is a map where he definitely can with the AWP, at least in a couple of rounds. Get Right's going to spot a lot of presence outside of B, and he's going to need some help.
Oh, there's Draken with his Zeus, finds the first, and now Get Right hidden away. That flank from Rez gets dispatched of, and as a result, we see North apply the brakes, right? They're sitting down a 4-on-3. They don't just want to go charging into this B bomb site anymore. They know that they can afford to slow things down and wait and see if NiP try and find a fight somewhere, and indeed they do. Forest peeks up into the waiting gun of AZ. Now Get Right's holding close. Going to shut him down as well. He had a great performance back on Nuke. Try and continue that here on Train. And yeah, Draken didn't have the best of times on Nuke. You're bang on, but it has always been a map that's been pretty, you know, pretty terrible for him, right? It's been a bit of an anomaly, because other than that, within NiP, he's usually been a pretty consistent force.
Yeah, he had a great day yesterday as well, so
I imagine we're going to see him bounce back here on Train.
With Zeus kills like that.
Yeah, right? And I tell you what, this round's not over yet either. North's going to try and hit this A bomb site. Now, it should be all said and done. You're looking towards Lecro to try and hit some ridiculous shots with this scout. Instead, he'll find nothing. So, round going to go the way of North. Forrest chooses the MP9 over the P90.
Good decision.
Yeah. Maybe the reason being for the kill bonus, or just because the P90 is trash.
Yeah, that as well.
Two very good arguments there. Why the MP9 is the play.
I'm glad the P90 is expensive because it is trash, but also if it was like 1700, it would be used like every round.
Yeah.
And that would be annoying. But I don't think that gun should be used. It's just annoying. Nothing else. It's like the Scar. Like, okay, fine, yeah, you can use it, but why? Just don't. Like, ugh.
Yeah, no, I do like it, you know, more bought in as like an occasional treat than an every round weapon.
Yeah. You can pull in the Scar every, like, 10 maps, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, reasonable, I respect it. Or in the grand final, the biggest tournament prize pool ever. That works as well.
One of my favorite, you know, like, one of the players in the server, actually, for me, was always pretty good on picking up the Scar, was Get Right on Nuke, funnily enough. I always have memories of him holding off ramp from behind the old boxes down there with that. He was always a big fan. I mean, he is the guy in this team who likes to, you know, mess around with, like, the off-meta weapons. You know, he was using shotguns before they were cool, and the dual Berettas. JW is another one. It seems to be the Swedes who are a big fan of a meme gun.
I guess there was a point in time where they were just so much better at everyone at the game, they could just use whatever they want. And right now, North just shredding Swedes up on this A site. AKs versus USPs. Well, I can Give no prizes to the winner of whoever guesses who's going to win those fights. That was a convoluted sentence, but
Yeah, you kind of lost me on that one.
yeah.
Oh, let's get right. It is a long way from home here, right? He's only got the MP9, no armor behind it. He's hoping that maybe he can get one, get the $600, grab an AK, and then he's pretty chuffed. But right now, as he's sneaking around, rather, he's looking more chafed. Chuffed. Only but surely stumbling his way around in through Ivy. I know, because, you know, if you're ever chafing, you walk pretty slow. Oh, but those little pigeons, they give him away. I mean, he shouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah, this is going to be the most underwhelming round, by the way.
Do you remember when you used to be able to fly on those pigeons?
Yeah.
Those were the days. I always question why they removed that.
That'd be a really good save spot, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just ascend with the birds into the sky. And Garrett's going to try running in after, see if he can find something after the fact, and indeed he does. Cadian's gone, and it kind of means Kirby has to stick around a bit. Yeah, right. That's it for him. Gets the $600, not quite able to retrieve the AK. North's going to move up 3-1, but now NiP in with their first buy. And this is where we get to see, you know, what this Swede CT side can bring to the table. AWP going to be purchased up, you'd imagine, on Draken. But I'm not sure how the money situation was. I believe he saved for it. Yeah, he did. So yeah, it will be him donning it. Cadian's got his AWP out for North. So we get to see this clash of the two AWPing titans on either side of things. Cadian versus Draken. And the question is, who's going to come out on top?
Get right, spotting down B early. He's a solo player. We got a quad A setup for NiP. Even pop dog control taken nice and early on by Rez. You will see that a lot. Rez does love a pop dog. Early rotate to check on the B site from Draken, but he's with the AWP, so he will be floating throughout the connector. Actually going up Heaven as well. If North hit A, Heaven is a very strong spot with the AWP. Double Ivy push. That drop is going to make some noise though, so NiP are going to be aware. Lecro smoked off. Forest has to be aware of this wrap through the CT spawn because Vald is going for it. Kiebi's pushed into the smoke. Great entry kill to find, but Forest trades. He finds two, catches that back grab on Old Bomb, and even grabs the AWP off the body of Draken as he climbs to the Heaven. 10 HP on him. Gade has crept down Olaf, but Lecro's got a good angle for it. Okay, check it. Oh, the timing could get the better of him, but Lecro, he spotted the gun barrel, and he's going to be able to get away with the kill. 2 players left for North. Desperation ensues, and even though AZ hits a great shot to Rez, Cadian actually has Lecro trapped. This is certainly a winnable round for North.
Yeah, but on the flip side of things, Lecro doesn't have to go peeking into this. He might want a hand, though, from Forest, who's also inside of the bomb site right now. Lecro tries to take the peek into that, and with no flashbang, no anything. An easy shot for Cadian to hit. Forest heading away and actually start to rotate in toward this B bomb site. NiP, they take the gamble. They rotate both players over here to A, and that is the wrong call to make. The bomb going to go down inside of B.
Just.
And the question now, Get Right in Forest, is are they going to try and go for this? Forest on just 14 points of health. Are splitting up, and Forest over in CT. If this AWP gets dropped, that's pretty devastating. Get Right is a long way away from being able to retrieve that. He was going to try and hit Pop Dog up, but now maybe going to make his focal point retrieving this AWP or finding the trade onto AZ. Maybe it's doable, but AZ has been so keen today.
7-1, 3 kills in that round, and it's a massive round for North as well. This is going to set them up for a phenomenal T side, I think. Money broken for NiP, leading North to potentially find a 5th here. And yeah, AZ, I mean, you know, he tried his best on the previous map, wasn't enough for North. Not exactly his fault, but him just being that warmed up is spelling good times for North in train for now, because NiP scout 4 pistols, 4 Deegs. They certainly win these rounds, but it's not too beneficial against the fully armed North players, sneaking up Ivy already with a bomb very early on. Now 4-man A setup, Draken, oh sorry, Get Right playing the connector, keeping an eye on B. We got Rez close in main, and actually he could pounce it. They don't know he's there. Kiebi just spots him on that corner, so he will be able to take him down. Forest is too low to get anything done, and Get Right is just hoping for a miracle.
Oh. This scout, it's a dinner bell at this point. North go hunting for him, 5-1. Great T-side start here from the Danes, and a slow start from NiP. You're able to win that pistol round, then they lose their anti-eco, and since then they haven't managed anything. They finally have another buy available to them. I see those odds still leaning in favor of NiP. One thing that you do have to realize is, if NiP picked into this believing that North, on the back of that 16-0 result yesterday, I do feel like you look at North's trend on this map, and as we kind of said, it was one that Cadian was trying to get in their pool early on.
It's the ultimate 400 IQ play to get 16-0'd and then make your enemy the next day pick the map, only for you to bring out all your big brain strats. And North are certainly looking damn good right now. NiP are just getting blindsided by the pace. A quick B take with 2 players remaining. It's already the save call. Valde's still playing the T-spawn to catch rotates. It's very common to save down Ivy, so Valde can keep his eyes on that later in the round. Rez has been spotted on the Ivy side, so this is where Valde definitely comes into play. Forest has already pushed fairly deep. I like this. Valde's waiting for Kiebi to come join him before they fight. They might not meet their makers. NiP bunker down in the corners. Regardless, Harry, 6 rounds with North on the T side. This is a stark comparison to yesterday's game.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, they've gotten off to a blinding start. NiP, they still don't really have the best of buys coming into this round. They can drop those 2 rifles over, so at least that does facilitate the buy here. But there's no AWP on Draken, for example. There's no... I was going to say there's not that much utility, but there's plenty of utility. It's just the AWP on Draken that's lacking. No money left in the tank for the following rounds, but they've got that loss bonus stacked up at the very least. So much cash for North. That's not the problem. It's the fast A play, at least initially. They slow down once they have players in main. NiP now playing this 4-man A side setup. And somewhat conditioned by North to have to stack this A site early on. And North now doing a great job of just changing the pace up, right? They slow it right down. Waiting to see how NiP plan to adjust to this.
Oh no, that's the bomb.
Fools. And actually, did the bomb follow him down through Pop Dog? I think it did. They've had to get out to get it. AZ has been able to grab it from the ladder, and Forest going to miss that duel with Kiebi. So a chance now once again for North. They've recovered the bomb. They're staggering back to their feet. And they've still got a chance in this round.
Yeah, it's okay giving the bomb away there if you're NiP. You have a 5v3, that's okay. But unfortunately, losing that pick has now given North a big avenue back into the round. Maybe NiP regretting giving that bomb away without it. Gonna try and get up Ivy. Draken misspray. This is awkward, and that is not a fight you want to be losing. This has put North in a very good position to convert this round after initially being a 5-on-3. Valde is tagged. Makes the Ivy play. If a player Rez watching that T-spawn wrap, or CT-spawn wrap, and get right to the middle of the B site, he gets caught in the open in front of Oil. The AWP misses a shot to a man moving out of the connector. Electro spamming at the legs, but he won't be able to finish off the job. He's got to close the gap. Kit on Rez. Definitely doable for NiP, but they've got to move fast. AZ still sitting on the site, and he gets spotted. Rez gets picked off. A great round from North once again. What a recovery from that 5-on-3. NiP definitely not looking in control right now.
No, and even individually, right, you kind of notice, we've seen from looking at the POVs of NiP in that round quite a bit, they're just missing a few of these shots that back on Nuke, they really weren't, right? You saw Forest kind of whiff that spray onto Kiebi in main. That was the thing that gave North a chance back into that round. Let Crow down inside of the B bomb site and missed his few opportunities.
Draken on Ivy.
Draken on Ivy, exactly. So, it has just been a few small mistakes individually in these rounds have been costing NiP. You know, you can have the best laid plans in all the world, but if you're not hitting your shots, then you are going to struggle. Made out onto Draken and he falls. Cadian in with another onto Rez. So North taking an early man advantage in a very big way. Looking like they're going to move up 8-1 here. And what a stark difference this is, not just to Nuke, but to Trade of yesterday.
Yeah, North have done a great job of resetting from just losing that 16-14, right? Almost like it never happened, Harry. 8-1 on the horizon. And I'd be with 2 players at the back of B, and North have just not even left the B halls or the T-Con. They are just holding on, very, very passive. AZ given the AWP, tagged up already, so it makes sense. Flash down ramp, get them into this B site. Rotations there. AZ does miss a shot, but it's not going to be a worry because you've got plenty of Ts to make up for any shots being missed. I mean, they just want to end this now. Gage is chasing for kills. He finds the last 2. Nice round from North. Again, flawless. And that's going to be another big problem. Look at the money being built up on this T side. We got 2 players on 16K-ish. And many close behind. Everyone above 10K after the buy, which is a very scary situation to be up against. NiP need a lot of rounds to break this bank of North. And a lot of rounds is something they don't have.
And I feel like, you know, you really have to take your hat off to AZ right now. You know, he's normally someone who's pretty, can be very hit and miss within this North squad, right? And throughout the maps today, he's been playing out of his mind. He was the top performer over on Nuke, and he's really living that here. Another man who stepped up massively within this North squad, or another 2 men, is going to be Kierby and Val. They're both of them getting off to a very slow start back on Nuke, especially Kierby. I think as we headed into that second half, he was bottom of the server with 2 kills to his name. So he was able to recover there, and he's finding more success here on Train once more. NiP, they've moved into this double op set up now between Letcro and Draken. Maybe that's the change that we needed to see.
I love that angle that Letcro was playing. You have a little peek into T-Con. Might actually get a kill from it as well. Gets 1 player leaving Olaf. That's Kierby dead. So now NiP with a man advantage early into this round. Cadian's been spotted. Forest careful on this fight. Luckily he peeks when the molly goes down, so he catches Cadian with no gun in hand and then gets the kill. Valdi takes the AWP back. 3 on 5 here. North have won this round before. So NiP cannot get ahead of themselves, but it is a far better situation for them. Full HP on every player. Lots of nades, kits. 2 AWPs and 2 players rather within the B site right now. North setting up outside of that B site, and as soon as this molly ends, they're going to go for that ramp play. Fully blinded, but only get right in Draken here. This might just be enough. They both hit their shots. Valdi gets 1 off with the AWP, but he's now going to be stuck alone in a 1-on-4.
Finally, NiP able to break the streak, pick themselves up a second round. Now, a bit of an A-Stream update for you. They've just headed in to an overtime in map number 3 in what has been a blistering game, Hugo. So back and forth, and it's only the first series of the day. There's so much Counter-Strike still to come over on that mainstream. It is ridiculous. We've been breezing through ours over here on the secondary stream.
Is that the longest best of 3 of all time?
It definitely feels like it could be.
No.
But no.
It's not.
I know that Chad was asking. I saw him send out a few tweets inquiring.
Damn long, though. 2 overtimes in 1 best of 3 is always a crazy one. And that's a 0-1 game as well, so very competitive. This map, however, quite the opposite, Harry. Not looking competitive. NiP do get their first round since the pistol, but still looking very strong for North. They're looking to keep up this streak. The money is still absolutely fine. Double AWP back in for the NiP side of things. Letcro going to be joining Draken on that. And Rez, again, this close pop dog position. Molly in. Valdi's going to have to go back up the ladder. That's a good nade. No, it's not. Doesn't find anything, but Forest certainly does. He got the kills before it went off. That's why. 2 headshots up in main. Great start for Forest. And NiP starting to find their groove in these last couple of rounds.
Actually, I'm pretty sure, did the nade do a tiny bit of damage, or was it just Forest fighting?
I don't know. I didn't see the damage.
Because I think it softened them up so that they both died to one-shot headshots with the M4. So a bit of like a wombo combo into main.
They hit at the same time, for sure.
Micro and Forest not aware of the threat that lurks in Ivy behind them, though. That's Cadian joined by AZ. Valde waiting back in main. Still looking to try and pincer in towards this A bomb side. Letcro spots Valde, and now they can turn their attention towards the Ivy play. Forest is there to keep an eye on the push for Letcro, and now Cadian. Oh, he's not ready for Draken there in CT. NiP, a 3rd round. They've chained together 2 in a row. But they're still, I mean, they're not going to break North's economy. I don't see a way in which that can happen, right? Because surely the loss bonus is going to start to build up if NiP keep winning these rounds.
Well, at least they're getting flawless rounds, right? Getting closer and closer back into this game. Starting to find their groove. North, though. What have they got for us here? Try and stop the NiP comeback before it gets a bit too close. It's Draken getting close to the AWP up on ramp. Is he going to be going for the cross? He just plays that pixel on the back angle so he doesn't get peeked from it. Just gets the info and backs off. Molotov there for Get Right. Keeps North back from chasing this AWP down and giving time for Draken to reposition back up on Heaven. North have given up on B as well. They're looking back towards the Pop Dog. One player on Ivy as well, making his presence known as Valde. Always lurking, always alone, always fragging, but now no kills have come through. North backing out of the toilets and the B halls to go set up for an A play, it seems, with a split down Ivy. Could have one player come late through Pop Dog as well, as AZ still sits above that ladder room. Got to deal with Rez though if he wants to. Very heavy Ivy setup here for North.
Yeah, it's just so versatile to keep someone above Pop Dog like that, right? You deny any aggression in through B, you can have him look to come through late and cut off someone like Rez, who's sat in Pop, who can be such a nuisance.
In addition, we'll probably see AZ throw the deep Ivy smoke that allows these players to get out, and that's exactly what he's doing.
He's lining that up now. That's going to get thrown on in, and this play, it's all culminating into this A-side take. It's looking to try and come through now. It has been telegraphed, and 4 sets of footsteps going to be heard out from Ivy. These rotations haven't come through just yet. Maybe anticipating this. Ooh. Well, the bomb heads over towards main. Kirby gets dropped with it. There's 10 seconds. There's no time in this round. Surely there's no way that North can pick this up. They have to get the kills, and they are starting to come through. Cadian, the last man left, and a 1v2 required. It's not happening. A 4th round for NiP. And that one there gets all a bit muddled in amongst the confusion of that side. Kirby gets dropped. He ran all the way from Ivy up Olaf and then dies at main. And when the bomb gets dropped there, I don't think there was any time left anyway.
That was a weird one. I would have loved to have seen one of those 4 Ivy players play a late T-Con lurk instead, right? Because North had 4 players on Ivy, we saw Forest push up very, very close to T-Con and just had his back turned to it. Like, he didn't even have to worry about it. He was just fighting Olaf, and you know, NiP were given room to play deep A. So yeah, I get the game plan there for North, but not having a T-Con split, I feel like is a bit of a demise for them. And that's the thing, if you have 4 players coming out Ivy, you just don't need that many players in one position unless you're wrapping B, I would say. It's not like you can even really take any fights because of the way North played that. They ran back down Olaf.
Exactly right. Yeah, the smoke falling down by Buffer completely negates that. So either you're forcing yourself up on top of the green tray to try and take your fights, which is just a horrible angle to take, or you have to do like Kirby did, which is rush up through Olaf. And obviously that led to the bomb getting dropped just out of their reach. So attempted aggression here from Draken. He's not going to get past the Molotov in time. So that doesn't yield anything just yet for NiP. But you do like to see those little changes attempting to come through at least. And a good reaction as well from North to throw in that Molotov and deny the early peek. Rez has given himself a little gap to look through. He's going to peek on over the top, but Rez, that's down AZ, and what a scalp to find. AZ has been playing out of his mind for North, the man to open up a lot of these rounds. This time, he's the first to fall.
This is really NiP getting back into the game, Harry. It's actually happening. North have got to be careful. Now, of course, their T-side is done. 8 rounds is fantastic already. And I don't imagine we're going to go flawless for NiP here. But, yeah, North don't want to give too much breathing room. They are a map down. And NiP in these last 3-4 rounds have started to make this game look far more competitive. They've been very, very clean. So let's see if that continues. Be execute here for North. 35 seconds to do so. Already the rotates out. We're going to have a pop dog flank be a possibility for Rez. I'm sure he'll take it considering he's still in the ladder room. North are all over B, but the AWP is at the back of the site and Draken's already found 2. Bomb dropped as well. Massive work from Draken. Bowdy's up close. He won't be able to spot him, but he will know that the bomb plant is coming in. Bowdy's going to know that he's crept above, but it doesn't matter because Draken still hits a shot and Bowdy's got to get a 1v5 to keep this one alive.
And I mean, even as he finds Forest, they're already on the defuse. He can't do anything. So Valde's just here alone, and he's looking to try and hold on to this AK. And I mean, you were bang on, Hugo. You said this is North. No, sorry, this is NiP slowly but surely getting back into this game, and that's couldn't ring more true now. There was a time that this was 8-1 in favor of North, and now an 8-7 scoreline really doesn't feel out of the question anymore.
Oh, let's see if we get that far with another double AWP and another B setup for North. They're going early and fast. Let's get right up close with the smoke. They can run right through that, though. That is not a Molotov. They will choose to go towards Heaven instead. The flash is there. Get right, tries to push in the smoke, but he's actually fully blinded. He sprays away. He catches 2. Gate's there with a trade, but still massive work done by Get Right to keep this site alive. North need a kill to trade it back. Bomb finally going down, and it's on the right side of the train as well. This means they can get aggressive. In the meantime, Valde gets picked up lurking on A, and Cadian will hear this back flank. He needs to hit this shot, or this round is all said and done.
Ooh, and he's going to. Cadian might have just given North the chance they needed, the lifeline in this round. Time ticking down.
Nice.
Lecro, nice shot on a gate. It's Cadian, 1v3 required. Peeking out from the rafters. The bomb is actually out in the open, but Draken, the ever watchful eye. 6th round for NiP. And a 7-8 scoreline on the horizon potentially here for the Swedes. This was 8-1 in favor of the Danes. It looked like there was a time where I was like, okay, imagine the big dick play. You get 16-0'd, but then the next day you just 16-1 your opponent out the gate. That's what I was thinking. Looked like could have happened because they were playing a phenomenal T side. Since moving, oh, Get Right's got the oil.
There it is. Yeah, it's just been a nice adaptation from NiP though. They have definitely switched things up. And
it's since they've brought the double AWP out. I don't think they've lost. Yeah, they haven't lost a round since they brought the double AWP into play.
That is very true. Lecro, who was incredible on the last map as well, back over on Nuke. Not with the AWP, but just generally. And it's nice to see Draken also coming into his own as well. Great flash from Bowdy, catches Rez blind. Even 2. Cadian and Kiebi both get an entry. This is North trying to find their last round of the half. Missed shot from Draken may be spelling disaster here from NiP. They can't afford to miss shots in a 3-on-5. They need every kill they can get. Get Right, fully blind. There's already players on the site, and Get Right is going to get taken down. It's just Draken. He is going to need a monster round here. He should know he's nearby. He got a kill here earlier, but there's the trade. NiP falling short of the last round of the half. Great T-side from North nonetheless. Don't get me wrong, right? We're giving a lot of praise for NiP for pulling that half back, but 9 rounds T-side trade is still unreal for North. You know what else is unreal, Harry? Overtime, double overtime over on the mainstream right now between Spirit and Pain.
Yeah, that is that's an interesting one. Oh, it's they've been having a pretty long day over on them. This is still their first series.
You joked that we're going to be done with our second best of 3 before their first. Well, that might not even be wrong, Harry.
So one of the things that I think bodes very, very well for North here is, usually we see them fall pretty flat on their T sides, right? That's sort of the area in which they struggle the most. I mean, if you think back to when they got 16-0'd yesterday, even, it was on the back of getting 0 rounds on their T side.
Well, they got 0 rounds on their CT side as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, but all they have to do is lose the pistol there. So that, you know, once you get 15-0'd, a 16-0 is right around the corner. Because the pistol round, like, who's actually going to even be bothered to try and to win that pistol round? You know, how disheartening is that going to feel? Regardless, yeah, the T-sides is usually the weak point for North. So the fact that they've been able to get 9 rounds, you're bang on, Hugo. It sets a pretty good precedent that this could reach a 3rd map. Don't know if that quite made sense, but you kind of get the message I was trying to send. It's just armor across the board for NiP. Not something you'll ever really see on a map like Train.
No.
So I'm curious if this is going to work out for them.
Yeah, very, very weird buy, but let's see. Fast down Ivy. Kiebi's just going to one-tap Lekro and Get Right's held back by the smoke, so no commitment there. In the meantime, the Olaf push, well, the attention is diverted of North. It won't make a difference. Oh, what a shot from Forest. 2 kills, but Kiebi is on a tear. 3 from him on the USP, and Get Right back with Forest. 2 kills apiece, and the bomb back down for NiP. It's Valde alone in a 1-on-2.
How has this happened? How has this happened? Get Right. He's going to get dropped, and now down to the 1v1. Draken versus Valde, and Draken's going to win it out. Forest and Get Right take a bow because they recovered that, landing some phenomenal pistol shots. These two have been incredible in these pistol rounds.
And that's right after Kiebi goes tap, tap, tap and gets 3 kills as well. Incredible from him, but it is not enough, Harry. What a game we've had.
I know. I feel very spoiled here, Hugo. And I mean, three tasers bought out for North. 3 Zeuses.
Zeiss is the plural.
Nice. 3 Zeisses.
No, Zeiss.
Sorry, yeah, of course. There's no S.
They don't say mices, do they? Or sheepses. They say shite.
Yeah, well, I do. Oh, here's the push out from May, and it's Forest opening things up. Let's see. If these Zeus can get anything done. Oh, it's not looking like it. Because they're outside and it's so long range outside. That's sort of the problem. What is going on?
Valde, come on!
Oh, there's more. There's plenty more where that came from.
Oh, he's got it.
Go!
No.
Oh, well, 8-9.
Oh, tears in my eyes, Harry.
And a buy is available to North at least.
Deep breaths. Here we go. 8-9 for NiP. Well, for North, really. Oh, my God. It is an absolute orgy. They've got 5 orgs, Harry.
You can never have too much org, Hugo. And I tell you what, Train's the perfect map for it, right? This is the map where we're going to see these org purges have to come through. Gade, AZ, and Kiebi lighting up the scoreboard. Lekro's reclaimed 1 at the very least. Draken on the inside of this smoke. Maybe, yeah, he can find something. Might spot the head of AZ peeking over the top of that smoke, but it's the wrap round from Valde that secures the round for North. 10-8. Straight back in with a round on their CT side are this North squad.
Yeah, big round, of course, keeping the lead in their favor, not letting NiP equalize things. And NiP still with the money, of course. That was somewhat bonus. They had a couple of SMGs here and there, so they have the AWP now for Draken and 4 rifles behind it. No AWP for North, so this is where Draken can really style and swagger on the enemy. AZ going to go very, very close to T-Con. Quick molly over the top of the Train to get him very, very deep. Double Ivy as well from North, but the thing is, NiP have 3 players on the other side. Utility being traded out. And NiP creeping through. They won't commit with the smoke in their face, and they'll just hold off for the time being. AWP still with them with the bomb. Actually going to decide to back off, right, as North decide to get aggressive. This is very well timed from North. This could certainly catch NiP off. If they can get a flashbang down here, Lekro will be in a compromised position. Kiebi's boosted up. Lekro, he holds passive. He can stop any aggression, but if he peeks into this, it's a very off angle for Kiebi to take, and I think he knows exactly where Lekro is. He definitely does. He's seen the shoulder. In the meantime, NiP have taken the bomb outside of the B site. Lekro is looking to late split Ivy, but this fight is still going to be very important. Making some noise and walking up close. Kiebi finds it. Now the B push comes back in, but this is very, very clear. And North should know exactly what's going on pretty soon. Valde finds one, and Rez will be able to get the trade. This should allow for the bomb plot, but Gade's still on the site, and Draken's been dropped. Right now, this is a great round for North, and NiP will need a hero to save this one.
Yeah, Rez, though, looking to try and be exactly that. He has Forest with him. These two, in particular, Forest has been pretty keen in these clutch scenarios. And once again, they're doing it, Hugo. It's only Kiebi left standing, and Rez finds absolutely everyone. I tried to give credit to Forest, but it's Rez to do it. 1 HP and a dream. And he is smiling away. Of course he is. 4 kills for him there in that situation. My goodness, Hugo. What are we seeing? This has been such a fantastic game in terms of how back and forth it's been, how competitive it's felt throughout. We've seen big clutch moments. We've seen great mid-round calls. We've seen it all here.
And it's not even over yet, Harry.
It's not.
North's still holding the lead, but I think that that's going to change. The Zeiss are back out, and it's a 10-9. This should be where NiP can equalize it. Bit of a whiffed molly. And actually, if he landed that molly, he's going to burn these players. So this is very, very dangerous for Get Right. He will be flashed in, though. Great flashbang. Valde turns from it, so not blind, but he's still caught off. There's the trade from AZ. Trying to back off after that kill. Lekro spots it. He knows he's gone down, but just wants to be careful in case there are more players in position. And NiP haven't even taken T-Con yet. Kiebi needs to hold on to it. Disallow this position to be taken, but NiP backing off out of the B halls. They want to go for the outer play instead. Kiebi going to be tried and tested up on top of this train. Actually got this early rotate as well. Look at this from North. Gambling, stacking the A site. Perfect round to do so with pistols, but NiP are going to be walking into a very, very well-defended A site. Forest's flank could be well timed though. Rez going straight through with the first shot. Kiebi on top of the train gets the trade. And it's actually another one from Gade in the pop as well. AZ's not even been seen, so Draken's not ready for that, and the bomb gets dropped. This is the flank from Forest that has to come through clutch, and he's got to get exactly that. A 1-on-2 instantly found from Forest. Might even have time to get the AWP. I think he's a little bit too far off, but it's a 10-10 nonetheless. Good eco from North to make it so close, but no cigar. This is where they can capitalize, however, on the damage they found in that previous round and break the money of the Ninjas once and for all.
They really have been milking this goat in these clutch situations of NiP. Forest has been phenomenal. Rez stepping up. I mean, that's the thing. NiP, they have had these real kind of big individual performances, right? In clutch situations, think about the amount of 2vx, 1vx scenarios we've seen them claw their way back into. And, you know, on one hand, you have to take your hat off to NiP for doing it, but on the other, you've got to wonder how do North keep on throwing away these big man advantages that they're able to get. I mean, that round there, understandable, right? It was only pistols. You're not aware of the flank from Forest. But it's just another clutch stat on the board for NiP. And another round that North could have had under their belt given away. Now, this is just a slow creep in through B. Valde is keeping an eye on. He's able to find 2. Cadian now aware of what's going on, has to drop down and try and help out inside of the bomb site. Bomb plant comes through, but Lekro and Draken left standing, 2v4, and once again, they're fighting back from the man disadvantage.
Yeah, this utility is going to expire though. No more nades, so gunfights is the game plan for NiP. No flank either, but they've got their eyes trained on it. Draken close in the middle of the bomb site. He's getting wrapped from oil. He's got his back turned and won't be ready for Kiebi's close position. It's just Lekro. This is too much to ask for, but no kits. He just has to buy time, and there's one. Can he do again? A second kill found, but Gade's in with a trade. And North should just have time for this retake as well. They will, despite having no kit. Ooh, no.
No?
Oh dear.
I didn't think they did. I thought, you know, I trust you, Hugo.
No, I just assumed, but wow. He bought enough time off the back of 2 kills.
So
Lekro
once
wins
again,
a round.
this time a 1v4. Well, it was a 2v4. I'll give North that.
No, it was a 1v4, mate.
Well, yeah, I mean, but...
It was both.
Yeah.
But the thing is, North had the pitch-perfect setup for that play, right? We had a creep down ramp. What is the last place you're going to check if you're creeping down ramp? Upper, obviously. And Valda gets 2 off the back of that. North take an immediate 5-on-3. It's traded, yes, and the bomb plant goes down, but still NiP get away with that. That's ridiculous. North, they need some kits, Harry.
Yeah, maybe just a bit more urgency to get into these bomb sites. You know, that one does elude them. But no, I mean, you're bang on, right? They do need kits. And this is something now, being on that CT side, as a result of trading around earlier with NiP, their money has been offset a little bit, so they're not getting all the loss bonus they can. They don't have these 4-buys, right? They don't have the kits. They don't have all the utility. Think about how different that round could have been if there's an early Molotov down on ramp, for example. One of the reasons that NiP are allowed to just slow walk down into the B-bomb site is that there is no utility there from North. And so now, once again, I mean, yeah, okay, look, they have a buy into round number 22, but it's pretty dismal when you take a look at it. I mean, they've partial invested around the weapons they were able to hold forward. So actually, I guess this is a pretty decent purchase, all things considered. Gives them a fighting chance here into round 22. But considering this was 8-1 in favor of North at one point in time, NiP have done a ridiculous job fighting themselves 11-10 up.
That is a very good point, actually. 8 rounds on the T side, remember, for North. Woo! Anything they can do, NiP can do better, apparently, or at least that's what they're saying. Starting to run dry on utility, though, for the Ninjas. In terms of anything but smokes, they've got 2 left of those. One just went out on that A site. He'll be going to back off from this aggressive Ivy position, but he'll just sit close on the corner with a pistol. Hope for Forest to not check the angle. NiP looking to go for this A play potentially, but they've got 38 seconds to reroute and go in through these B halls if need be. It's just get right above the pop dog as these other players split T-Con. Now this is going to be a difficult round for NiP, believe it or not, especially with that first kill gifting over a gun. Now we've got 3 rifles on North and 20 seconds left. NiP, they have got to move, and they have got no nades to get them out onto this bomb site. Fully flash is Forest. He has to win this duel, and he does. Kiebi's dead, but he's got his back turned. Cadian hits a shot with the AWP. 13 seconds on the clock, and the bomb has been dropped. So have the Ninjas. North get it done with just the half by Gade with a massive 3K round. He's top of the entire server right now. And North, they keep fighting, they get another round, they break the money of the Ninjas at a pretty pivotal point in the map. And this is not over just yet.
No, definitely not. And much like Nuke, this one holds the potential to slip into overtime territory here on it. Train. NiP, they've invested into this round. And more than a few deagles as a scout on get right. Spread thinly. The lack of a smoke that's going to make hitting this B bomb site a bit of a dubious prospect, though. Definitely the best case scenario is, you know, hitting B. You flash yourself in. But ideally, you'd love a smoke to drop down at the ramp if you want to go for this. Forest instead lining up the flashbang, and this is what NiP are hoping will facilitate this B play. Ooh, they might just catch the perfect timing here. Cadian going to throw that smoke in, and no, it's just lining up the smoke, not rotating off. Damage done by Valda, even into the wallbang. That nade might finish someone off. And look at North, posted up with 2 players down by Pop Dog. These rotations are going to come in so fast. And NiP eventually commit to this B hit.
Yeah, and they've got no one watching the flank either.
Ooh, Rez able to get past that Molotov. Has actually dropped Valda. The flash blinds him. And Rez now looked for the AK. Has retrieved it. Ooh, second kill. Get rights in with another. North, this is all falling apart. NiP sitting in the 3-on-2. Get right looking to try and do more damage. AZ does shut him down, and he's in with a second. Draken left to try and clutch, and Cadian shuts him up. The North, they recover that, but it gets very dicey.
Yeah, NiP definitely got ahead of themselves after they got that 3-on-2. Easy round to just back off and play passive. I understand why they'd rather take the fights, knowing that, you know, North have the utility and NiP don't. But That they could have slowed it down, and something that we credited NiP for doing, especially back on Nuke, was, you know, in these high pressure situations, being able to chill out, stop taking fights, regroup, and work out exactly how you want to play it, rather than just continually peaking. And that's kind of what happened there. It was only pistols though, Harry, so a bomb plant and 3 kills, damn good round nonetheless. But North is certainly starting to take this game away. Triple nade for NiP. I wonder where this is for. I really don't know where this is for, to be honest. Pop Dog, I guess, is the play, but, you know, North have not been in Pop Dog every round, so it's not a guarantee by any means for NiP. This is the kind of round where you can just do something like this and hope you get lucky, hope you catch someone. NiP grouping up for the T-Con play, though. Not a Pop Dog triple nade. Might just be over the green train to Ivy. Got North pushed up, down. Ivy in the meantime. AZ is going to spot these players coming straight through. The nades are flying over. Artillery barrage, but bullets as well from AZ. 3 kills. All armless here for NiP, so bit of a formality anyway. 13 rounds to North.
Well, the time for action is very much now for NiP, staring down the barrel of losing their map pick and heading on through to a third after they're able to take the 16-14 win versus North over on Nuke. Been a bit of a tumultuous time for NiP. They recovered this nicely. It was 8-1 in favor of North at one point in time, and we briefly saw NiP slip into the lead, go 11-10 up. Since then, North risen to the occasion once again. And the scariest part is his money's starting to accrue now over on the CT side. They've kept those last few rounds, these last few anti-ecos pretty clean. Spot this double hold at Ramp and Cadian. That's a very big kill onto Forest. He's able to keep it in the 3-on-3. So even as NiP look to try and deal with Gade, that double hold, kept all equal, but that's until...
Yeah, not sure about that one. Draken, that's a big move from him, right? After they spot 3 players on B, and as soon as he gets the Ivy kill, he knows he can just run all the way up. AZ should be aware of that possibility. So, very, very awkward fight to lose there. And that has opened up this round massively for NiP. A bomb plant, a 1-on-3 for Cadian with an AWP, and full utility left for NiP as well. This is almost undoable, I would say. If Cadian doesn't get a pick in the next 10 seconds, he's out of this one. And it's certainly looking to be the case. Might even get caught. Oh, nice shot. Did he even go for this? He's trying to shuffle guns out. That's smart. Big brain from Cadian. He knows he kills Draken, so that's the one AWP that NiP are running on the T side. And so he moves it out of position, so NiP cannot save it. It's the little things. You can see, like, Lekro's trying to find the gun. He can't. No AWP for him. He'll go back, he won't get it.
The bomb is going to blow it back his way anyway.
Doesn't matter, Cadian's there. No AWP.
Yeah, good stuff from Cadian to do what he can to keep that NiP economy down low. He knows that it's not in a good place, right?
And they can't afford that AWP rebuy as well, so that is actually a really, really huge play.
I mean, you think about the impact that Draken had in that round, even with the AWP, right? He finds both kills down in Ivy.
Yeah. Literally
the man to salvage that round and open things back up for them. So yeah, it's a huge deal from Cadian that he's able to juggle that gun away. Could that be the thing that allows North to salvage this map and take us through to a third?
We'll never know.
I mean, I guess we will. We'll find out before our very eyes.
Solo B play here, a bit risky. Cadian going to pre-rotate through the connector very early on. And NiP is setting up for the B play. Look at Draken again. He's a nuisance on Ivy, but with no AWP to play for. Cadian spots upper. Smoke is down. That's going to deny his vision. And now the full execute on B. This is very obvious. North know exactly what's going on, but will they be aware of the Ivy wrap once again? Great shot hit by Cadian. Back off of oil from Valdi. I like this from North. Really good idea to give up the bomb site, allow them to plant. They don't care about the money, they'd rather win the round, they'd rather win the map. Rez has taken aggressive control towards connector, re-smoke as well. Open bomb plant, that is a risky one from Lekro, but he gets away with it. Forrest has also picked up Valdi as well, back on oil. Gage just shoots through the smoke, and Rez has been dropped out of nowhere. Here's the flank from Draken that is finally being intact as the NiP try and delay this for as long as they possibly can. Now, surprise, surprise, Draken gets the kill.
Oh, they're on the bomb. Knife out. Lecro gonna take down Gade. He's dropped by AZ and Draken still on this flank. Forest over at ramp. They've dealt with Draken, and it's Forest after clutch once again. It's very hot in the bomb site for Forest, and it's Draken to Molotov him down.
They got off the bomb! Oh, it's going to be close, but they've got it.
They've got it. AZ's good. God. It's fine. We've recovered. North 14-12.
That Molotov just won North the round. And the issue is, that's not even Draken's fault. You cannot blame Draken for that. He tried to molly the bomb because he was at the back of B. He knew his only way to win that round is to molly the bomb. You can't rely on his teammate definitely getting the frag in that 2-on-1. So it was a good molly. It was just a bit too deep. Oh, that is so unlucky. That is so unlucky for NiP, but what a recovery from North. Despite getting flanked and losing Valde down on oil by Forest, they still get it done. This is so close, Harry. On a knife's edge right now. Running through a Molotov RNIP, that's a big call. Lots of damage taken. The nade is certainly going to add to that as well. Draken should give his gun to Get right now as soon as he sees him, because he's only on a CZ with full HP, but unfortunately Get Right above the pop dog. Oh, trying to bait the shot. Knows AZ is in pop, so a bit more info for NiP to work with. But right now, this is coming up all North. Surely this is their 15th, with NiP being so tagged up already and under-equipped on many players. Galil, CZ, not much utility. They got the smokes at least. They're looking to go for this A execute, but it's going to be hard to get into this pop dog here to go for that split. That's the issue. AZ's still here, and that's such a nuisance. If he kills Get Right, the only B player right now, he can easily just deny any bomb plant for NiP on that A site.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Somehow Get Right's won that. Rez is in with another. There's a real chance for NiP now. This was a round that they shouldn't have had too much of an opportunity in, right? They cobbled a 4-spy together. They were pretty limited in terms of utility. Kirby going to try and peek over the green train, and Draken shut him down. So the bomb now finally looking to go down. It's Cadian and Valde being asked to step up here for North. Bomb's planted. Cadian wrapping around from behind. He's the X factor, the unknown quantity. Valdez started to fall off and wrap round through CT, and Cadian spots Draken now. He's going to make his presence known. Time ticking on it down. The Danes on the clock. Rez bought low. Cadian out from main at the E-box. Digs down Forest, and Rez falls shortly after.
Wow.
It's all falling apart for NiP. They're on the defuse. Once again, it's down to the wire, but North, a 15th round map point here on Train. Somehow, Cadian and Valde get that done in the 2-on-3.
What a huge retake there. The long flank from Cadian to get the catch on the player with his back turned. That is so unfortunate for NiP. And what a sick round from North. I mean, at that point, surely with you know, you'd like to think that NiP could expect a flank with North taking so long to get back into that bomb site, but apparently not. And that is 15 rounds with NiP scraping the bottom of the barrel with this buy.
The craziest thing is, right, you think about the fact that they hadn't even seen Cadian, and the fact that they were playing with Ivy open. That was the thing that almost got Rez killed, right? Was the flank round from Valde in through CT from Connector. So, bit of a curious decision there to play that position in Old Hell from, I think it was Rez. And now, staring down the barrel of a third map here. One round is all that's required for North, and they've already found the man advantage. Cadian's opened up. NiP, it's back to basics, back to the B play. Smokes and flashes rain on in, and they're going to try and push on the back of it. Down through ramp, they line up for Valde, and this is where the Orc is at its prime. It's a shooting gallery for him. Forest and Lecro, all that remain. And this bomb looking to go down, but you're asking Lecro to 1v5. Deeg in hand. He's mollied out, finished off. North picked this map up. We're heading through to a third. We're heading through to Mirage. The great decider, the middle ground. No 16-0s in sight today for North as they demolish NiP on trade.
Well, I wouldn't call that a demolish. That was a very back and forth game.
Okay.
Like, being real, that first half from North was fantastic, and it certainly looked like NiP were going to pull the game back into their favor. They took the lead at one point, and then North just shut it down in the second half. So really nice work from North. Despite NiP pulling a pretty massive comeback, North did not allow the game to get too far out of control. And yeah, a great win from them, especially, as you say, considering the 16-0 yesterday. That's a nice turnaround, 16-0 to a 16-12.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, with Mirage being that third map, it's the middle ground for these two teams, right? It's a pretty like aim-heavy map, you know. But I think that's going to be interesting considering how well NiP have been playing as individuals. One thing I will say, North definitely stepped it up there. You know, on their kind of individual level, we had great performances from Valdek, Gade, who isn't normally someone that we see, you know, topping the charts for this North squad. He had a fantastic game there. Cadian stepping up towards the end. We've got all the pieces of the puzzle. This is going to be a fantastic third and final map. Join us for that after the break.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Yes. Hells yes. Armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
Place your bets at Gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at Gg.bet. Bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Case. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
Did North win Train or is it all on Mirage? Actually, both. North just came back after losing Nuke 16-14. They picked up their map pick, Ninja's map pick, and now we head over to Mirage, the final map of this series, and to see who is going to be going through and going 0-2, which is a very scary scoreline to be had.
Yeah, and it's even scary when you think about the fact that either Big or Na'Vi will be dropping on down into that 0-2 bracket with them. That's a pretty dire strait to be in if that's where you find yourself.
We've also got Pain, who are going to be joining them. They just lost their overtime game in the third map to Spirit as well. That's another team that's dropped into the 0-2 bracket alongside Panda. So, yeah, we're really starting to make quite the collection of teams here, Harry, in the lower bracket.
Yeah, right. It's really shaping up to be a pretty dangerous spot to be in. One of these two teams has to drop down to that 0-2 bracket, the other one moving up into the 1-1 section. So obviously, for those of you who are just joining us, it's been a bit of an odd day, hasn't it, in terms of this series, right? We saw Nuke, the opener, go the way of NiP. Now, that was the map pick of North, as you would expect. That was a 16-14 victory in favor of the Swedes. Train, meanwhile, the map pick of NiP, the map that North got 16-0'd on earlier today, was very back and forth. North went 8-1 up at one point in time. Then NiP find themselves at an 11-10 scoreline. And then we see North able to close that out very convincingly so. Past that point, you know, when we saw NiP in the lead go 11-10 up, they only managed one singular round since then. It was 16-12 in favor of the Danes. So Mirage, Csgo, that is our great decider. The middle ground for these two teams where we see one of the moves down in that 0-2 group. And I have to ask, who do we need to see step up within these squads? You know, what's the recipes to victory for NiP and North?
I want some more Draken for NiP. I feel like he's still being quiet. He had a few very strong rounds back on Train, and now we're on another map where AWPing is going to be prevalent. Let's hope we have him back in form. Obviously, we've got the iconic duo of Get Right and Forest. They've been playing great today. On the North side of things, I want to see more from Valde. Valde, of course, a star of this team. Kierby alongside him. These two guys are the the powerhouses of this Danish side. Gade has had some great games. AZ's shown us what he's made of as well. I want everyone to step up, Harry.
Yeah,
I want 10 players fragging out.
Well,
That's what I want.
It's felt like a bit of a weird one, right?
Yeah,
because usually over on the side of NiP, it's like, okay, you might look at like Lecro, Draken Forest as your guys to be doing pretty good. I would say it's a safe bet. But it's been, Forest Lecro, I get, right? Really, elevate in that level. And over in the side of North, it's been the weirdest one, I think. Because, usually we're so used to seeing it be kind of Valde, Kierby up at the top of the board. Now, Valdez still been doing pretty well. Kyo's been doing pretty decent too, but it's been, you know, AZ really topping the charts within this squad. He's been phenomenal on both Nuke and Train. Now, I can assure you it's not Nuke. That was map number 1. It's Mirage. We're heading on into this now. Just a small technical glitch. It's all fine. Wanted to quickly flash that one up. Subliminal messaging. Yeah.
The map vetoes later on.
Yeah.
Either way, we're into this one. Final map of this best of 3. And NiP starting off on the CT side and North going for a quick A burst. It's going to be just Rez playing close. Almost retake with Get Right in the spawn as well. So Rez, he is going to be really hung out to dry here. Let's hope he brought his, well, USP, I guess. I don't know. He's getting shots left and right. Does get one before he drops. Get Right from the back of the spawn finds one. And he can just back off here. Fully flash, leave the site, play retake with a 4-on-3.
On to Lecro, but Get Right here to help out. Only good for one. The bomb's still challenging, and it is able to pick up Lone Gunman over in CT, and they're going to hit this B-bomb. So Forest will hear these rotations at the very least, and he catches some free damage onto AZ. Tries to...
Forest never misses that.
I know. That's so upsetting. And he's going for a very long rotation here.
Yeah.
I guess because he's worried that maybe they've fallen back into shop to keep an eye on the murder hole. It's a very horrid position to have to peek through. So, obviously now realizing that that's clear, Draken going to make his presence now, and this is where you look to Forest, the man with the kit, to try and pincer in, but AZ's found him, and now Draken has to pick up both of these kills within seconds of each other. There's no time. North will be finding the pistol round here on Mirage, getting off to a good start.
Yeah, it's unlucky with the kit getting dropped over in the CT spawn. Nice shot from Draken, but the bomb will spell his demise. It's North with the pistol, starting things off on this third and final map here. NiP, I imagine, going to eco for that third round. Of course, they've got everything they need in terms of money for now. Get a couple of AKs here. And what will NiP choose to invest? If anything here, they could just flat USP it. I do like that on Mirage. Just get those rifles in with like a good bit of utility. Yeah, one Zeus, everyone else on USPs. Pretty standard. Ooh. Last bullet.
Oh, that is a lot of damage from Draken. He brings Kirby down to just 8 HP. They're not quite able to find the kill on the back of it. Now, we have kind of seen throughout the day, these pistols get away with more than they should be allowed to do. I'm curious if we're going to see that continue. Pushed up into the apartments is Lecro, and he's hidden in the kitchen. Sat in the pots and pans. And he's let them pass. He's let them pass. Lecro lets them by. Damage done, but that's it. Not quite ready for the rest of the squad. Rotations are in. Feel like something could have happened there with Lecro letting them on by. But I guess, you know, after a certain amount of time, you do get worried. All it takes is one person to be like...
It's so common that you'll let like 1 or 2 people pass, and the third guy will check it, and you're just wrecked. You're like, great, I could have had a kill.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and unfortunately, he one-shots Kirby, who was already tagged up. You would have kind of hoped he'd get the one first kill, surprise kill on someone on full HP, and then maybe finish off Kirby just a one-tap. But doesn't matter anyway, just USPs, Harry. This is what matters, the buy. The AWP for Draken, no armor. Got to be careful, doesn't want to give that away to North so early on. Especially considering Cadian would love that upgrade. He sits on a Galil.
And North just stacking all 5 players over towards this A-bomb site right now. And this is going to be the set piece in towards A. And I like this right from North. You know that NiP aren't going to have that much utility. They're not going to have anything they can really throw your way to slow this down. Draken, pretty critical kill to find. He drops Val there. And Get Right in with another. So now what they were lacking in terms of utility, they're making up for in manpower. Gade going to try and get this bomb down, but he's planting where Rez can see. There we go. Cadian, 1v5 required here. It's very optimistic, but let's see. He's dead. So NiP, first round on the board. They keep 5 alive. Honestly, that's pretty phenomenal from the Swedes, considering that the set piece gets thrown in from North. They had no utility to stop it. They had no flashbangs to facilitate those peaks. It was just Draken laying waste to them from the crossroads, re-peeking through that smoke.
Re-peeking. P-reeking. It almost happened, Harry. But yeah, North, Deagle's out in this round. NiP's chance to close the distance, make it a 2-2. I'm going straight towards B for Cadian. This is a very fast push considering he has the bomb and he gets tagged up early as a result. Down to 20. AZ's holding on for the Palace push. Draken is here. I'm not sure if AZ knows. But I'm going to peek into this angle and it is not favorable for that one Deagle player. Oh, they both know. They both definitely know now. Yeah. Going close.
Hey,
but Draken's too fast.
Yeah, I mean, this should just be them cleaning this up. These pistols aren't getting away with anything. And this will be NiP. 2-2. They keep their shrine clean as well. So this is fantastic for the Swedes, right? They've poised themselves very, very well to get off to a good start here over on this CT side. Money's just not a factor for them, at least in these next couple of rounds. And that's sort of a situation that we've really yet to see a team get into all too comfortably, at least in recent memory, right? Nuke was a bit different, and the first half of Train, fair enough, right? The loss bonus had built up. But towards the end, we saw like a very back and forth game. No team really feeling too secure in their finances. Here's the buy from North, but you'll note there's no AWP on Cadian. Rez goes aggressive over here in mid, but that's a good flash from AZ to ward off the point man in top mid. Draken trades back what he can, and he has this crossfire set up with Lecro over towards short. I like this quick readjustment from NiP to get so many bodies, so many guns looking downwind in mid. But North, they've just given it up. They leave Kierby here to hold on to the real estate that they worked hard to get. And now they set their sights elsewhere over here. Well, it looks like towards the A-bomb site.
In this kind of situation of 4 and 3, it's a much better idea to actually just hit a bomb site rather than continue with the mid-control. As you said, that crossfire is prevalent. But you know that NiP can only have a max of 2 players on one bomb site, so you may as well just gamble and try and walk into one of them. A is going to be the call, and it is the best choice right now. Only one man here, but he does have the AWP. Very powerful weapon for a solo bomb site defender, and he's down on ramp as well. This is great for a one-shot back off. Getting wrapped from the background. Flash 2 deep. Draken hits a shot. That's a bomb. Full rotate can come off the back of it. 40 seconds though, so North don't need to commit, but they do have players boosted up in the window and in the jungle. Kierby catches out Lecro, and they're still going to commit to this A-site play. They've just got to find Draken. Get Right gets spotted, falling back from the catwalk. So they know that these 2 players are separated right now, and they just need to isolate Draken. Get Right wins his duel to Kierby. You should know AZ's still down here in middle as well, so Draken goes underneath the Palace. 15 seconds. Do they check it? That's the question. No.
No, they don't. Bomb drop. Draken has gone above and beyond in this round for NiP. And AZ, 7 seconds left. He's running for the hills. He's looking to try and hold on to his gun. And Hugo, coming into this, you said you wanted to see more from Draken. We wanted to see some of those performances. You know, the reason why we tout him as being, you know, one of the stars within this squad. Didn't show us it on Nuke. Now you kind of write that off as, you know, characteristically, kind of consistently pretty bad map for him. But Train, you know, he certainly didn't have a performance like he's having right now. 8-1. Single-handedly the reason for NiP picking up not only that round, but their first rifle round in that A-side execute that North threw in. It was him there to throw the spanner in the works and shut down the Danes.
Yeah, considering he's the bottom-rated player of this entire best of 3 so far, he's having a fantastic start to this map, that's for sure.
Well, he actually got the lowest ever HLTV rating of any player at a major LAN event in that Nuke game, 0.38.
Wait, do you mean the lowest player ever? What do you mean,
yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, the lowest rated player ever on HLTV in the map.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
At a major event, I need to.
Okay.
Because players have gone...
That just surprises me. That surprised me quite a lot, but yeah. All right. Well, this is a bit of a weird one. North are on a bit of a half buy-in, but they found themselves in the window. Draken, big kill to find with the USP. He gets tagged, though. Where did North go from here? They are up in the B apartments with the bomb, but splitting back down through the underpass because Kierby has wrapped Draken. Oh, he just misses the timing. He didn't want to go for one shot because he didn't know Draken's health.
On a map win, sorry.
On a map win. Yeah. I was going to say that was a...
That's what I meant. I knew I missed a word.
One.
I wondered why I'd confused you.
Yeah, it just didn't sound right.
I had to go back and reinvestigate, but yeah.
Thank you.
I don't want to be given misinformation, Hugo. Draken over here in CT with the AWP. Battled it up on top of the box, and these 2 trapped in this duel.
This is not a good round for NiP. Draken missing his one shot onto Valde. Luckily, Electro moves in for the kill instead, and that bomb is ticking pretty damn fast. That smoke goes down on it, but there's a bit of a gap. Cadian gets cut off as well with his smoke. Electro's got to stick this bomb. Draken kills Cadian in the connector, and he will hold his own. Draken, 4 kills, and the retake is found from NiP at a disadvantage. He's 12-1, Harry.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we'll just see him go through the motions, right? The lowest rated player with a match win, and then maybe highest rated player. Let's wait and see. 12-1 is certainly a spectacle to start with.
He has 1 kill less than the entirety of his team put together.
That is just crazy. And the thing is, it's not even like he's just pub stomping on them right now. These are like him clawing his team back into these rounds that they have no business winning. Here's Draken over here in mid. And you've got so much faith in him finding something. Oh, almost a second.
Very close.
Draken, stop it, please. Give them a chance. 5-on-4 for NiP, and it's once again on the back of this orb.
Oh. Gage fell. That's going to be heard. Bit of info for Forest. And a bit of control of the map lost by North. They had Cat. Not anymore. Bombs and connector are just outside it. Kiebi doesn't want to lose that inside this position, so he'll hold on to the bottom and middle. They can always boost a player back up. North have been doing this consistently, and yeah, Gade. It's not a boost into window, don't get me wrong. It's just a boost in the corner to spot. Catch anyone playing around that tool bench. Tool bench? I don't know. The tools on the table. Table tool. I don't know where I'm going with this one. Either way, Kirby gets tagged up, Reds gets aggressive, he spots a bomb and gets some info. Forest peeks up from the top of B. And this is looking good for NiP. 5-on-3, 40 seconds left. North need to pick a site, but Draken's just killed AZ up in Palace.
And it's the last-ditched attempt at just hitting this B-bomb set, but Forest is already over on short. Now Valde, that's a nice shot. Onto Letcro, still a chance, but Valdez finally going to get bested by Forest. Leaves Kirby in this 1-on-4. The wrap into apartments from Rez. The rotations are already in. The bomb tapped, but it's Rez on this flank. He should be the fail-safe, the man to lock this down if all else goes wrong. But no, Draken is literally incredible. 15-1. Where has this come from? What's even happening? Physically couldn't tell you.
No. This makes no sense, but it's damn entertaining to watch, I can tell you that. Now he's got the exact same amount of kills as his team. 8 rounds in. He's getting the Harry.
Once he learns
like,
Nuke,
where has this come from?
Mate, once he gets a bit more comfortable on Nuke, I'm telling you, NiP, they're pretty set.
Yeah. Well, North need to find a way to shut him down or avoid him, probably the latter.
Yeah, I think they've been trying the shutting down route, and I mean, you say that, they kind of try both. They smoke him up in window, and he's just there through the smoke, popping heads. It's a real nuisance, but yeah, I think for North, we do just need to see them aim to build up a bit more cash so they can get all the utility they need, get the AWP on Cadian. You want to have someone to try and challenge Draken, right? You want to first negate him with utility if you can, but then you'd also love it if you could have your AWP go toe-to-toe with him.
Well, let's see if North have a solution. It certainly isn't looking good in this round in terms of the buy.
Also, Draken's at 180 ADR.
Christ. He played for North with 5 men up in the apartments. It's a deep smoke. This allows them to get close up to Letcro without him knowing. And boy, they will. Not exactly being quiet about it either. North are going blinding into this site. Letcro can let them pass. He's fully flashed, but he still gets a kill for it. Nice spray transfer as well to the second. Smoke down on short, but right before it pops, Gade gets a kill to Forest. And now this rotate is going to be needed. 3-on-3, bomb down, retake on for NiP.
Yeah, get right. And Draken backing each other up over in the market. Rez going to start to turn his attention over towards the apartments. And it's get right. First man in. First to find a kill him with a second and only Gade left. They spot him up on the boost, so that's going to get cooled. Rez on the wrap around and Draken just holding the angle. Rez can take these peaks. Ooh, forces Gade out into the open, but the time's ticking away. They have to try and find him. And there's Draken to smite him down. That's going to be the 6th round on the board for NiP. Since that pistol and finding the anti-eco, North have got nothing done.
Couple of bomb plants here and there, Harry, so the money will be enough to buy up now. AWP as well going to be a possibility for Cadian.
It's just kind of terrifying because like, Draken hasn't missed a beat. I think I've seen him miss one shot, and that was the one through the smoke in top mid. And then he fired a second bullet and killed someone through the smoke in top mid. So like this is a real god tier form right now from Draken. And you can just tell he's feeling very confident, but we finally see the AWP board out for Cadian, and this for me is, you know, what I'm hoping could be the turning point for North, right? This could potentially be their avenue back into this game. We've got utility across the board, everything they could possibly need in this round.
And mid has not been a point of contention here for NiP. They've given it up. It's allowed North to get a player in the connector, and Rez was certainly not ready for that. He just ran straight through connector and got shot in the face by Kierby. We'll just back off into the tunnels, making a lot of noise as well. Maybe scaring NiP for a potential B play, but that won't be the case. Draken holds the connector while North set up outside of A with the smokes. Get Right going to be spotting from the spawn. Flashing Draken out, but nothing happening. The smokes are yet to go over A here for North. They've got so much utility to do this. Smoke down on the ramp. North will decide to back off after all. They give up that A site play. There's still not Cadian, AZ up in the palace rather. And North looking to take mid at 40 seconds. This is a very, very late mid take. It's still looking like that potential A split, but they've got a man in the B apartment, so really North can go wherever they want, just off the back of this next kill. And it might be to Forest or from Forest, because he sits up on the ladder room, catching off this short play. 3 players from North, one's already been dropped. Cadian needs a shot now, but he's only going to get damage. Forest finds 2, only a couple bullets left, and Cadian gets a trade, but it's 15 seconds left, and this bomb is too far away. They just killed Draken on A, and that opens up the possibility for this plant. NiP have been sold hook, line, and sinker on this B site. There will be a bomb plant for North.
Oh, Get Right. Almost gets his head taken off there. NiP are taking a look in. They are going to try and make this happen, and they've dispatched the Valda. There's a real chance here. Cadian on 5 HP is on this long wrap route into middle. The only issue is if you're North, the longer this takes to come through, the more NiP are going to start to suspect it. AZ over on Tetris, toying with the idea of the peak, and he's been found. It's all onto Cadian. Get Right not looking the right way. They're on the defuse. Missed shot. Cadian takes down Get Right, but not Lecro on the bomb. He's got to be kicking himself there. They were stood within pixels of one another.
And that would have been the round for Cadian, but who was it? Get Right that got killed. He was holding CT, didn't get re-peeked when they tapped on the bomb, and second later turns around to look at connector, takes the bullet for his teammate. Great effort from NiP and a huge retake, especially considering North sent 3 players up short for that split, looking like they're going to go B. NiP fully rotate after Forest kills 2 because they think they committed to the B site, and North double back towards A, but into this round, already Gade getting the kill in the middle. Draken's pushed Palace and he's taken down Kierby, so North are going to bail out of that A site. They want to go nowhere near that AWP that is already in the spawn. North heavy up on this ladder room right now. Forest is keeping an eye on that mid lurk just to make sure they're not boosting up into window. They do have ladder after all, so they can drop in. They certainly have. Gade's there. So it is covered, at least for now, by Forest. Draken still pushed up in T-spawn. And that's the thing, with Draken in this position, NiP know it's not going to be A unless North come all through connector, and that's pretty unlikely in a 4-on-4. So I'm surprised they still have Get Right here, but okay, now it's going to make sense because Draken's been picked off. Valdi's taken him down. Great shot there through spawn. That opens up the possibility for this A play, and that means Get Right is in more of a difficult spot than ever.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, this is always a horrible run. He's got so many angles now to have to keep tabs on. He's got ramp, palace, and connector to worry about. He does at least have Forest here to deny the peek from jungle. Get Right. Ooh, wow. He's hidden. He's tucked himself away, and he's isolated these one-on-ones. He has been so good at this all day as a Get Right. And once again, okay, does re-peek it away easy, and AZ's doubled down, so now a real chance, 15 seconds, he has to get this bomb down, and it could be the timer that betrays him. Wow. Molotov denies the bomb plant, at least immediately. He's going to have to wait for it to dissipate, starts planting in it, and Forest takes the peek, finds the kill. With a second to spare, AZ knows he has to take the fight in that scenario.
I think he had time for that
He
bomb
did have
plant.
the time for the bomb
Yeah,
plant,
he
but
just wanted to, he tried to bait out the peak. That's fair enough from him. You know, it's a risky one regardless.
yeah, I mean, when you're in the 1v1, right, it's really hard to, you know, like find much critique because it's either he sticks the bomb, but then you know he doesn't have the information that he's fallen back in CT.
Forest
He could have very
triple.
easily have just crit round the box and peeked him triple.
Yeah.
So yeah, he tries to bait the peak out.
He gets the peak. He just doesn't win the fight.
Ooh,
That's a
here
cross
we go.
shot.
Finally, that AWP on Cadian once more going to be something that kickstarts this round. So it really does feel like it's pretty important for North to have the money to bring this out. AZ, fast play into the apartment. It's already up past that Molotov, and Lecro's blindsided. AZ's come to life once again.
He's had such a great day of Counter-Strike from AZ. He has, again, been the top performer from North throughout this entire best-of-3 series. And a couple of crucial entries. Thank you to the flashbang of Kiebi that fully blinds the man on Van. Or the men on Ven. That is, of course, North getting the bomb down to 5-on-2. NiP going for that save, trying to hold on to the AWP. Makes sense. Look at this money. It's trash. NiP have nothing to fall back on. So this is going to be where North get back into the game, I think. This is not going to be the stomp by any means of the word. As NiP's money starts to dwindle and North start to encroach on their position. Quite literally as well, as they start to chase on this A-bomb site. North not wanting to overface or overfight because they've barely built up an economy either. Damn. Hate to see it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain, and AZ goes down with the bomb, so he will die the hero of North there. Doesn't matter all too much.
No.
I mean, you know, they're still going to make money regardless. And also, they've still reset the economy of NiP heading into this round. That AWP saved on Draken, that's where we need to see him continue to have these commandeering performances. We have to see it, you know, be equally as useful in this round as Get Right already dropped. Rez hiding under Palace, flashes over, and it's the flash that actually gives that up. Kierby going to spin round to check it, and now Draken arriving. How much, if anything, can he get done from the stairs? Hey, maybe getting a bit overzealous over in CT. Does fall prey to the push from Lecro and Forest. 3v4. This is by no means impossible for NiP. Decent bit of utility considering this was just the force buy with those two weapons carried forward. Double Molotov on North that complicates matters a bit, but the bomb's planted for CT. If they can deal with the man under Palace, there's a chance here that they could find something in this round. Well, they're dropped, but no. Kierby seals the fate. Draken falls away, and North will be in with their fourth round.
Slowly but surely getting back into this one. We have seen throughout the entirety of this series very one-sided affairs that have always been brought close. I mean, both these maps have been, you know, stomps at one point, and they both closed up. So this one is going to be no different. NiP taking a commanding lead to begin things with an 8-2. It is now 8-4. With an eco ahead of us, I can only imagine that number will get tighter and tighter. Draken, he should probably play in a position to try and keep this up for the next round. This is not a round that NiP will be winning. So unless he opens up with 2-3 kills here, probably just play passive, because NiP will not have that AWP in the follow-up round as he saves it.
For some reason, we've seen so many more Zeuses at this event, just today, than I think I've ever seen in recent Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
But won't transpire too much. Lecro over at B alone. North with full control of mid. Draken, he's taking a bit of a gander. He's having a bit of a look just to see if he could spot anything. And something that North I really enjoy watching is how they're able to grab this mid control and how they work with it. You know, you see them, they get it, and now they're instantly into this B bomb, so they've split on through. Draken gonna lose the AWP. Right now, it does feel like mid is the problem for NiP.
And these flashbangs. North's utility is just, they just quad flash Get Right. Literally 4 flashes. That has been phenomenal for North in this map so far. NiP blinded continually. 5 rounds now on this T side for North. And NiP back in with the buy, but as said, without that AWP being saved, they will not have the possibility to get one here. They'll have to run full rifles. Still NiP fairly favoured here. I would say, in my opinion, it is not that clear cut.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, Draken's insane individual start has definitely slowed down, and now we need to look to the rest of the team to pick up the slack, right? Especially as that AWP becomes something that they're not guaranteed into the future. But this is a good start. Rez and Draken finding the double in mid. We're mentioning how North have been so good at getting control of this portion of the map, and so finally NiP have figured out how to shut it down. But Valda, in response, does dispatch of Get Right inside of the A bomb site. The bomb dropped by Rez, however, could be the demise of North in this round. It's AZ once again asked to come up huge in what was a 1v3, now turned 1v2 clutch situation. Does have his Krieg in hand, and he's been a bit of a menace with this weapon. Feels like you haven't been able to count AZ out today. Some angles to check. Lecro, though, holding over in the corner, not going to be spied by AZ anytime soon. 9-5. But hilariously, NiP, the buy for these guys is probably going to be worse than that of North.
Yeah.
Which is always a pretty gut-wrenching situation to be in.
Yeah.
Ooh, Draken on the MP9, 18-5 and relegated down to the SMG. You really do hate to see it.
Yeah, I'm a strong believer of whoever is playing well in one game should always have the best gun.
If it was an AWP, I would get it. I wouldn't give Draken the rifle. I think this is the right thing to do. He can just play fast and loose with the MP9.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he doesn't care. I'm sure he's fine playing MP9. You know, fast player to be though. North are just diving on in. This flank from Draken is actually going to be huge, but he's not going to get anything from it. AZ hears the footsteps, and Forrest hiding at the back of the site does get picked off from Forrest, funnily enough. And it's now just Get Right and Rez. Last 2 players standing here for NiP, and North looking like a 6th round is going to be just ahead of them. I love that smoke and the little gap of the boxes that cuts off a market push, and North cut down NiP 6-9, the half end. That's a really good recovery from North. This was 8-2 at one point in time, so 9-6 is nothing to turn your nose up at. Decent T-side half, certainly winnable for either side here as we head into that second.
Yeah, most definitely. And, you know, I mean, I think one Promises is holding up on is delivering one hell of a series, right? Yeah. I mean, after that initial victory on Nuke, I kind of figured NiP could just take this map 2-0. Sorry, this series 2-0, right? Yeah. They win North's map pick. It was Train up next. Now, obviously, map the North are pretty good at, but they got 16-0 on it yesterday, right?
Just, yeah,
so you kind of didn't have too much hope for them.
The thing is, if that game didn't happen, right, we would have never have questioned
that's very true.
Because North can play Train. It's just that one game kind of threw everything under question. But I'm glad that it was proven that, okay, that was just, you know, a one-time thing. Let's just forget about it. It happens to the best of us. You do have to remember, every team is different. Even though you can say X team is better than Y team, well, Y team might be better at playing Z team on this map. You know, every team plays every map differently. So you do have to remember that. Either way, we're into the second half, the last pistol round of this best of 3, as we set up for a B play here. Nice shot from Get Right to open up. There's still a second repeat to come through, but there's a triple setup on B anyway, so this is a great crossfire. Kiebi getting a few shots off, does that, and 1 kill. But AZ as well at the back of the site. He could make this round a reality for North. It's a 3-on-3, make that a 3-on-2, trade it out, but the T's are finally back in control. They know exactly where the flank is coming from.
And they're not even planting B. They're leaving. They're going to run to the A-bomb site. Cadian's going to play catch-up here. He's aware this is going on. He knows that Rez and Lekra, of course, the Swedish goblins here, they've left. They've ran off with their loot. They're trying to stash it up in the mountains, but Cadian, he's here. And he's ready. Rez shuts him down, so sadly nothing comes of that. But good read from Cadian just to instantly rotate into it. Catches NiP by surprise. You can tell they certainly weren't ready for him to be there so quickly. But a nice recovery in a 10th round cemented now for NiP. Chance to continue building on this lead and set the pace here in their T-side half.
Yeah, full eco for North as well, going for that 3rd round buy. AZ with the P250, that is it. It is a ramp rush from North with 4 players here, but it is just a slaughter. Wow. North get nothing from it. AZ running back with the P250 and NiP 11 rounds almost guaranteed as we see this bomb plant not even go down. You can see Get Right running towards the spawn. He wanted frags, instead it's Draken to finish it off. 20 kills for him, 11 rounds for NiP. And wow, look at this buy from North. This is exactly what they did on Train if you think back to the CT side. The first buy round they pulled in 5 Augs. I think they won it as well. They just won aim battles. They had no utility behind it because, of course, the Aug price has gone back up again to its original 3,300. Am I correct in that? The original Aug price that it's now back at? I never play it.
I never did
like
either,
it, so
and I'll be honest.
I'm pretty sure that's it. Either way,
Yeah.
Valde playing on the edge of that underpass smoke is going to find 1, almost 2. Letgro takes him down.
Yes, the trade found at the very least. Easy. Not only has he found Get Right, but that's the bomb dropped up in the apartments. Now he instantly gives that up. He doesn't know if there's any more players in there for the Swedes. So tries to play it safe, but you can see, I mean, in NiP's mind, they know, right? They've got the bomb, so maybe the Dades have flocked around it. Oh, actually, no. Okay, so I don't think he saw the bomb when he got that kill. Maybe that explains why he did make the decision to fall off and go passive. This is going to cost NiP precious time. They're going to have to slowly and methodically clear all of these angles in order for it to retrieve the bomb. Just worried that AZ might have gone aggressive, might have discovered this is where the bomb lies. What's up into kitchen, and that's going to clear the angle. So now they know that should be playing back in the apartments, tracking up into the window. Will come into contact with Gade, and he's only on 9 HP now. AZ's been mopped up inside of B. Rotations are going to come through from Gade, and Draken, he might have just caught the perfect time. Damage done onto Gade. Not quite able to find the kill, but the information, the tags, that's all enough. Cadian 1v3 required, and while NiP are tagged up, I don't think we see him go for this. It's going to be a 12th round for the Swedes. Imagine to keep 3 alive as well. They could even look to bring the AWP out in the following round on Draken if they would like. Although he's looked pretty good on the AUG. It's back to the drawing board in the next round for North. Time really is of the essence here over in the Danish camp. 12-6 scoreline with what you'd imagine is an eco coming up in this next round. Maybe partial investment around the AUG.
But North still yet to find a round in the second half, Harry. Certainly running out of chances here. 4 rounds left for NiP to take this series. And in what would be the most confident map yet, unless North have a response. It won't be in this round. They, as you say, partial by round this AUG. You're really hoping for a miracle here. AZ actually very heavily invests. He gets a scout. I don't know. I think that's a misbuy because he already had CZ armor and then he bought a scout. Like, it's a big investment. And they do not have the money for it either. Gonna have max loss. That's only 4K, 4,100. Well, I guess you can buy with 4,100, right? You can. Oh, sorry, 3,900 because 3,400 loss bonus. So, yeah, just about. If he gets a kill, he'll be fine. If not, he's gonna be, max 1 flashbang with his M4 armor. Macro close on the ramp. Only 1A player here. It's just Gade, the most under-equipped as North stack up on the B site. And NiP is going to walk right into this empty A site. Gade, he's going to need a miracle. And the second flashbang blinds him. That's great.
Yeah, I like that.
That's super
they
sick.
Throw an obvious flash, right? So that he looks away from it. Second it pops, he looks back. And then that's when the second flash, the real pop flash, pops and blinds him. Now that is lovely. You'd love to see that.
Very smart. Utility has been great from both these teams.
From either side, right? And I think, you know, you do have to kind of feel like, you know, with teams like Astralis and stuff making it so prevalent in how they play, it's kind of forced other teams to have to really think outside the box, right? I mean, you remember during Astralis's like rise to fame, right? Everyone was kind of astonished at how much utility damage, how much influence they were having.
We have teams adapting and, you know, learning from them. Yeah, it's that's something I've never seen before in Ramp. That's a really cool couple of pop flashes there.
Yeah.
So more of that, please. 13-6. NiP flawless round until Kiebi catches one at the end, but he isn't able to save the gun. Now, yeah, so see, this is where AZ was limited. I think maybe he was just game planning to get the UMP all along because he wanted utility. That makes sense. Utility has been something North have really not had the CT side. We are early days into it, I guess 5 rounds in, but they haven't won any, so this is really their second proper buy. See what they can get done with it. AWP for Cadian. Now he's up against Draken. Quite a matchup. NiP setting up immediately outside of B. Stark difference between these two halves is North focused very much on that mid control. Early, late, doesn't matter. They went for every single round. NiP are just bursting bomb sites off of spawns. AZ, great position here. They might not be aware of it. Rez has got to check it. Oh, he doesn't. AZ doesn't let him pass either. Takes the first 1-for-1. Traded back by Boris. We've got Kiebi on the site. He's got to go absolutely huge, but he only finds a single kill. Luckily enough, Gage shuts down the short split, so it's still a winnable round for North, but Draken wants to make it theirs.
I put a lot of thought into where he wants to throw that smoke. He retrieves another one from fallen player inside of the bomb site, so he's slowly but surely scavenging quite the utility belt. The only issue is North are hidden in these smokes. They're using them as a bit of a veil to close the gap, close the distance, and now Draken forced into this 1-on-3. Now he has looked phenomenal today, but you're asking so much of him. Finds the first, and the second as well. Valda in with the trade. By the skin of their teeth, North hold on. But the fact even that Draken's able to get that so close is so worrying.
And pretty detrimental to the economy of North, right? Not that it will matter in this round, but the fact that NiP can buy up means they will just break North's economy. It's not the traditional reset, of course, but it's still going to mean that with a full investment here from North, they won't have a lot of money to play with. And if NiP win this round, Harry, it's going to be 14, and North are going to be running off of fumes. Pocket change, chump change, pennies found under the seat of their plane. There's not a lot, Harry. So pressure really is on North for this round. It's far more important than the last.
Oh,
get right. First time we've seen him in middle, he's just running right up connector. That is not something North can account for. They don't play window, and they don't even play the round because they've just been slaughtered.
What can you do against that? Get right. He just gets his running shoes on. He jogs very briskly in through mid and finds them both, you know, completely unprepared for that mid play.
The reason that's so good is exactly what, like we were saying last round, right? NiP have not touched mid, you know, really this half. They've just been bursting sites. So North go, okay, right, we don't need to watch mid. It's fine. We'll wait for a site pop. No site pop. Connector pop. Big surprise.
Well, yeah, exactly that. Because usually, what would happen if if you're going to try and leave mid open like that, you might have your player either take up a position down in connector to watch it if you're going to leave window, or you have the guy on short peek into it, right? And that's how North have elected to play this. But with the B side hits that we've seen come through, especially in that round prior, they leave that player instead on catwalk just to assist at B for those opening few seconds of the round, because there was a player ready to push round through short, but by then Get Right's already up through connector. He'd already killed everyone. So round falls apart from then on in. And North, I mean, they just weren't ready for that sort of blistering pace. And now, Hugo, we get to look at exactly what you said in terms of the money. And that's at North. They are going to be struggling to cobble this buy together. Now, they're able to get this one, but it's the next round. You know, what could be a 15-7 scoreline, and you're having to force buy to hold on. This becomes a must-win for North. And this is certainly a good start.
Yeah, well, the save weapon's making all the difference here for North to actually allow this. But yeah, it's worked out wonderfully, I guess. 4-on-2, bomb under their control. And NiP trying to crawl back in through ramp, but we have two players here set up, ready and waiting. not going to check the corner, and that will be a surprise. Hello, hello from Gade. Smoke down, Draken creeping through it, but the scope will give away his position, and he is bailing out of this one. He is running for the hills. May as well just try and save this orb, because that's something that North actually don't have, but because they know he's here, they've cut off his exit point. And I can tell you already now, there's no way in hell that North will let Draken get away with this gun. Been in the palace.
I don't know. There's only so much I would be willing to hunt Draken with how he's been playing. I feel like maybe you send like a little death squad of like 2 people out to go looking, but if they don't come back, well, it's fine. You know? Like, it's all good. You ever seen that film, The Mist? Where they tie a rope to some dude and send him out into like this horrific mist that's filled with well, they don't know what it's filled with, and then they just pull his torso back. That's kind of the setup I imagine here for North. They're gonna try it. The little 2-man death squad into Palace, another 2 setting up in the back. Can they hunt him down?
It will be an after-time kill, won't it?
Yeah, they're gonna wait.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
He's got a Molotov. He can look to try and drop that to shut down one of these avenues. But yeah, they're both pushing into him on either side. Draken, there should be absolutely no way they line up.
Well, there's a death squad. The torsos have really been dragged out of that mist, Harry. The rope has come up empty-handed.
Yeah, it has. It has.
Plenty of legs.
Plenty of legs, plenty of limbs, but they're all disembodied, disemboweled, dismembered. These all work, I think.
That's great. That's brilliant. Oh, well, 14-8 either way. North do clinch themselves around, and well, not clinch. I was very confident, of course. But Draken spotting window. He does see that one little jiggle peek there from Valde, who won't commit to the fight. Only a FAMAS, no AWP.
Yeah, Valde sees the AWP and is like, nope.
Yeah, I'm all right.
I'm fine. I'm actually all good.
Yeah. It's yours. And NiP will take that. It's just a typical default on this T side. We've got a player up in apartments, 1 man down on ramp. If NiP get a pick, they'll probably split the bomb site either through short or connector. Right now, North are heavy gambling on the A side of things. They'll leave B just down to the hold of AZ. But I say just, he has been playing great. Should be perfectly fine to hold that on his own. But NiP, they've got some great real estate right now. They've taken ladder room. They pushed all the way up on catwalk with 3. The bomb is in apartments. Now North are going to need to rotate back. And look at this. They have not only rotated 1, but 2 and 3. It's a quad stack on B right now. North are so ready for this B play. NiP do not know what they're walking into.
Yeah, this site is fully stacked, and that is courtesy of Cadian. You know, he's got his ear to the ground, he's listening in, and he doesn't hear anything over here at ramp. AZ able to open things up. Ooh. In with a second. He's so fast.
You don't need 4 players.
No, you just need AZ apparently. Get Right going to continue creeping forward. Now Forest does mop up the point man inside of this B bomb site. Get Right's going to spot another, and at this point, surely the penny's starting to drop. This site is stacked to their 9s. It's Forest. 1v3 required. Not going to happen. Valde shuts him down. So a 9th round locked in there for the Danish squad, and finally they can take it. I was going to say they can take a breath, but there has been a bit of investment here. Electro buying the AK. You can't imagine NiP throw anything else into this round.
Yeah, they had the money for the hero AK, so respectable buy. Get some deagles behind it as well. Only res with armor, so if he dies, and doesn't matter who picks it up. Got some smoke as well for NiP. But this is where North can get double digits, and game is really closing up, Harry. Like, we didn't really expect it, considering how dominant the start of this half was for NiP. The first 2 rifle rounds won by then. But North is showing us that every map will be close this series. Not over till it's over. Cadian in the window, watching for the boost. Giving away middle once again. Oh, Rez might find it. Oh, he so nearly saw Cadian there. And somewhat aware, boosting 1 player up. That's a free kill for Cadian.
Of course, Cadian being the AWPer, every one of these kills you can get with the SMG is so valuable. He's already made 1.2k in this round. Forest creeping out from Palace. He'll get dispatched of, and now Rez with his hero AK, what can he get done? Able to open up, but that's it. Gade mows down the remaining players for NiP. North now reaching double digits, 10-14. NiP have struggled with closing out these games in which they've had the lead today, right? Even if you think about Nuke, that was a bit hit and miss. Train, they were 11-10 up at one point in time. Now, obviously, they were also 8-1 down at one point in time. But it does just feel like, as they approach the end of these games, that's when we see them struggle. 2 rounds between them and besting North. He's going to try his hand at aggression down at the ramp, and he spots Get Right's toes. Going to give them a little tickle. Right down at the ramp, and oh, Gade, yeah, it's pretty warm. Not a big fan of that. Lecro's already up through connector, and oh, he's actually been able to get past Valde. I don't think they've got any clue that someone can be this deep in the jungle. Valde's even in connector. He believes it's clear, but he spots Lecro, finds that. Man advantage taken for North, and Gade.
Oh, no! Not like this! Not like this! That's not what you wanted to. What you want to happen. 2v2. It's falling apart, but AZ will pick it back up. It's only a few seconds left, and AZ double kill from the jungle. Oh god, that was terrifying, Harry.
Are we gonna get the replay of it? Oh my goodness.
Oh god, Forrest just doesn't even realize. That's the best part. He's just sitting there for like good 10 seconds. Like, nah, it's fine. If I don't look at him, he doesn't exist.
Like a T-Rex.
Yeah.
That's how they work, right?
Definitely not.
Ooh.
This is getting scary, Harry.
Yeah, it's not a very smiley NiP, right? Even though they get that one down to the 2-on-2, they get it very, very close, and a lot closer than they ever should have. Wait, what's that? Oh, it's some rubbish. That was nice phenomenal. I'm glad that
Who was that? Who's at the end?
Was this live? Are we doing this live?
Yeah,
Did they just land that?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Who's at the end? I can't see.
That looks like Kirby, maybe?
Was it him that caught it? I thought there was someone past Kirby. I actually don't know. I didn't see. Dear, that's a sick throw, though. Let's see if Get Right's got one of his own. Top mid smoke.
That's the only throws that North are going to be doing today, though. As they have been grinding back into this game. Valdez in with another. I honestly don't think anyone could look that effortlessly cool if they tried, but somehow they've managed. So, slowly but surely, Rez sneaking out from Tetris. He might spot the head of Val there. Not quite able to find him, though. Not quite able to find the shot, rather. Man advantage taken. Fort North sitting comfortably at a 4-on-3 up against these Deagles on the Swedes. This 12th round looking almost guaranteed.
This is going to be a 5th in a row for North if they find it. I was almost counting them out 5 rounds ago, but anything is possible, Harry, as we're finding out. North, only 3 more kills yet to find. NiP so split up, so alone right now. Lecro going to try and work this B site, but we've got the market cross being held by Cadian. And there it is, there's the kill. Now you're just hoping for Get Right and Forrest to try and trade effectively into this bomb site, but it is asking for a lot. We have Valde close up with this AUG, and if he goes down, you've still got a man in the CT spawn to deny the bomb plant. Oh, timing Get Right. Catches Valde looking away. In the meantime, his teammate has been dropped, so Get Right may as well just Hail Mary into this bomb site, grab the gun, try and get something done with it, but 20 seconds, bomb plant is required, and he's too focused on the deep A push, not the CT spawn play, and that's exactly what Kirby is. Death reigns from above, and North find their 12th round on the CT side. NiP back in with another buy and the AWP. But something needs to change here, Harry.
I'll tell you what, I mean, for NiP, it almost feels kind of sad because it's like we've had players stepping up, but we've never had all 5 at the same time, in the server, as such. Lecro back on Nuke and on Trade was well, Nuke especially, right, was phenomenal. Here on Mirage, when they kind of need him the most, he's fallen off, and it's Draken who was, non-existent on Nuke to just be top in the charts and doing phenomenal. But for North, it feels like, we're slowly but surely starting to see everyone stepping up at the same time. It isn't just the AZ show anymore. Here's Gade under Palace. He does have support from CT. Valde there trying to get up on top of the boxes. He gets dropped. Get right in through that smoke. Kirby and Valde both fall. It's Gade trying to do what he can. He's found the double. The bomb dropped. And these rotations coming in. Lecro, by the way, exiting out through the B apartments. He's on a very long flank. They haven't even been able to deal with Gage yet underneath the palace. He's still alive, he's still kicking, and he's still slowing down this site take from NiP.
Oh, that's a sick angle from Lecro. He catches Cadian rotating back into the spawn to try and wrap CT and join up with AZ. Gade gets aggressive on ramp, but he had the bomb. Definitely not what he needed to do, but scared of the flank from Lecro to come in through the connector, and fair enough. Issue is, it's now AZ alone in a 1-on-3, and NiP, they've abandoned this bomb for the time being. They don't know where AZ is. He has not shown his face this entire round. He is the B player, so we saw Rez wrap through the T-spawn to check for the flank. Didn't come through, so now they know he's got to be somewhere within A, or at least they can assume. Got to be careful. CT spawn is the position. Lecro's already pushed up through the jungle. Fight being taken from AZ. That gives away the info. So now they can just surround him. Try and take the fight to AZ. He's found one. The nade keeps Rez back. 27 HP on him. He's found himself another. He's scavenging grenades left and right. More damage, but 8 seconds left. The bomb plot has to come through, and Lecro's covering it. Nothing AZ can do. 15 rounds for NiP. It took some time, but they've at least solidified overtime.
They will be, it's a bit of an awkward spot for North over on the CT side now. They have 2 Orgs, Leorp on Cadian. See Kirby's relegated down to the CZ, Valde on the FAMAS. No such story for NiP. They have everything they could possibly need. And North looking like they're going to run a bit of a gamble stack in this B bomb site. 3 players here. NiP setting up for what would be the perfect counter to this. 4 players towards this A bomb site, setting up the set smokes just to go for this set piece. 1 for the cross, 1 up on stairs, 1 for CT. They're going to go in now, and it's Gade once again. He has to step up, he has to stand and deliver. Gade, what can he do? He's hidden away in the ninja corner. Valde able to find one over the top of that smoke, I believe, or just straight through it. And Gade starting to creep out. Emerges, Lecro shuts him down, and a 4v4. Make that a 4v3 ensues for map and series point.
And Forrest is back under the balcony. No one's fighting here for NiP. They're just holding crossfires. Rez has got the drop off from the top of the stairs. And North, they need a hero here. No kit currently in their hands. All coming in from the same position as well. Molly to the back of the box. Doesn't find anyone. There's one on Tetris as well. NiP able to back down towards a ramp. Rez has found another. It's just Cadian left. The captain, the AWPer, but he's all alone. And NiP are just 1 kill away from sending them down. 0 and 2. North will go. And that is a win for NiP. Coming in 2-1 in that best-of-3 series and staying alive here in Shanghai. Fantastic map from Draken there, and AZ as well over on North. It's got to hurt to perform that well throughout the series but not be able to pick up the game. Yeah,
if you are just joining us, what a series you have missed. It was so back and forth. We saw so much fantastic stuff from either side, really, right? You know, both teams looking competitive. If you're a fan of, you know, NiP and you know, the old guard, right, you've got you had a great performance from Forrest and Get Right. And yeah, I feel like this is one that you have to go back and watch if you have missed it, because you missed a blinder of a game. And the most amazing thing is, Hugo, there's still so much more Counter-Strike yet to come.
Exactly, right? Best of 3 Swiss, so pretty much a ridiculous amount. And of course, that's us done for the day. But I've got to say, you know, congratulations to NiP. They are looking really, really good this event so far. Of course, they did lose their opening game to Fnatic, but if you did miss those, they were like 2 16-14s and an overtime loss. So really, really like painful games to lose. And now they've done the exact same thing back to North. So congratulations to NiP. They go 1-1. They stay in the tournament. Obviously, North still have a chance to get out of this group stage, but they have got to go and perform a full reverse sweep from a 0-2 scoreline. Not a great situation to be in, but that's us done for now. We're going to be throwing over to a break, and it will be Connor and Launders to take the rest of the games for the day over on the B stream, so join them later.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. The trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
case. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
Place your bets at Gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at Gg.bet.